I'd say so. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust a map here real quick if it'll let me do things. Nope. Come on. You can do it. Of course not. All right. Chris, let me know when you're back. Why can't I rotate this?
So normally I'm Fang, but today I'm Chris.
Shit, that's not your name. Damn it.
Just we gotta keep calling you all the fake names. Or all the wrong names.
I'll always be Fang.
I'm going to give up on trying to remember your real name and just stick with it.
Hey, Eloise, could you go hand me that thing over there?
Do declare. No, sorry. I thought my dog was choking or something. She just ate, and then she was making some kind of strange noises, so I wanted to check her. But she's fine.
Well, that's good to hear.
I had to go by the vet today to pick up some doggy drugs because our dogs are bored. But no, that's not why. when I got there, they've been doing like service through through their side door, and you just kind of drive up to the side door, and so it comes out and asks what you need, and then they do all that for social distancing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, there was a car or a truck parked in front of me, and an older guy got out, and he kind of walked slowly over to the door, and he talked to him for a minute, and I was just watching him from my car, and they went back to his car, and it was like him and one of the vet techs trying to get this really old black lab out of the back seat of his car on a blanket.
Oh.
Aww.
So I got up and had to go help him like carry the black lab into the vet, and I didn't ask. I don't know if it was that black lab's last trip to the vet or not, but it seemed super sad.
Aw, man, rough.
So I had to come home and hug the dogs.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, a similar thing happened to us a couple years ago where, like, our dog woke up in the middle of the night one night. It was just, like, really wobbly and flopping around and, like, almost didn't know where he was. And we're like, hey, he's getting on in years. This really sucks. So we drove him down to, like, the 24-hour vet that's in the area. And, like, they gave the dog the full examination. And after, like, an hour and a half of waiting in the waiting room, they called us in, and it's like, the news you never want to hear. The vet told us, I'm so sorry. Your dog is stoned.
What?
What?
So what did he get into?
I legitimately, you can all be my fucking witness on this, I do not know. Apparently the dog had marijuana in its system. I don't do marijuana. I don't have that in the house. Mm-hmm. I'm fairly certain Logan was away in college at this point, so either he had left his stash here, or he mailed something here, I guess. I doubt
Neither of those are true.
I doubt it was my parents. Like, it sounds dumb, but our leading, like, theory is that, like, while on a walk or something, maybe we weren't paying attention and he got into something there. But, like, again, we don't keep marijuana in the house, and the vet really did not believe that was true. But they're like, sure. It's not yours.
Uh-huh.
And we were just like, bitch, that's legal in the state of California now. Like, it's at this point, you're just saying, like, I'm avoiding telling you because I'm dumb enough that my dog found my marijuana stash? I don't think so.
Right.
So they just give him like a prescription for Doritos.
Yeah, he's like, if you got any bugles in the house, those will be medically necessary in this case. But no, it was just like, yeah, give it time. Like, if it goes away, then we were totally right and the dog was just high. If it doesn't go away, come back. And it went away. So apparently the dog got high somehow.
He heard it was legal. He wanted to try it.
Yeah.
It's like,
maybe he didn't get into anybody's stash but his own.
I've always been interested about, doing marijuana. Now that it's legal.
I've never had any interest in smoking it, but I think I could try some edibles.
Sure.
It's fun.
All right, let me get this going.
Just don't go driving.
No, please don't.
Right.
It's not. I don't care what you think. it will impair you.
Yeah, no, I don't even like to have a beer when I go out to dinner.
Yep,
Like
same
every
here.
now and then I'll have
Same.
one, but
No.
like I don't even really like to do that most of the time. I drink at home, and if marijuana ever becomes legal here, and I do try it, it would definitely be an at-home only thing.
So here's a vaguely legitimate question I have for you, Adam, and if Elizabeth can hear, then for her as well. Have the two of you ever even once tried to distill alcohol and make spirits?
Not yet.
My
I
fo-
was
my
I
follow-up
am
question
on the
was
lookout. I'm on the lookout for an old pressure cooker that I can turn into a still. I don't want to pay like full price for a brand new one to like fuck it up and put a hole in it. But if I find a decent price on a used one, I am going to make a still.
If you ever get into the business of making any mead that was similar to what we had in Tennessee, hit me up, dude, because you got my credit card number. Then
Go ahead and just send me the number now, and I'll let you know when I get it.
oh, okay, yeah.
Man, I have a feeling we're gonna have a brand spanking new pressure cooker soon.
Right. Sorry, you said you had a follow-up question, Jacob?
The follow-up question was answered by your further explanation, which was, are you, if the answer is no, is that because of laws that you've researched in your area?
So no, legality-wise, I don't know how it differs from state to state, but I know that in Indiana, it's perfectly legal to make liquor for your own consumption, up to and as gifts to like friends
Right.
and neighbors.
Up to like N
Up
gallons,
to
probably.
like a certain limit. There's like 100 gallons or something. I don't know,
Hmm.
some crazy amount that I would never actually reach as a just hobbyist.
Who's gonna regulate that?
They-
Who's
I
gonna come
mean,
to your house and be like, "All right, sir, are you distilling
Dude.
any,
What a great,
alcohol here?"
what a great
I
job
think
that would be for the local drunk. It's like, hey, dude, do you know anyone who's giving out the booze?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where like they don't know about you until you've probably already passed that limit by quite a bit,
Right.
because they just won't hear about
Right.
you until you've exceeded it by a lot.
Right. Nobody's gonna talk about the guy who made like a case of mead in his home.
Also, you can't sell it, because like if you get into
Right.
selling it, then you're talking about like USDA laws and certifications and health safety and blah blah blah.
Yeah, boring.
But if you're like, I made some here, friend of mine, try this.
Here you go.
That's perfectly fine.
Right.
Yeah, at that point, it's almost akin to cooking, right?
Yes.
Right. So, but we've got fruit trees. So I definitely, once we have our fruit trees producing, I want to try and make like some apple brandies and things like that. And we have grapes, so I may try wine at some point too.
Ooh.
My gosh.
Excellent.
I know my dad and we make mead here, and we get local honey into it.
Ooh,
It was real nice.
wow.
Mm.
Yes.
So, do you want a credit card number too?
I always want credit card numbers. No, seriously, man. I'd have to see if my dad has any left. But if he does, I'd ship you a bottle if you want.
Hell yeah, I'm always down.
No, I'll
So
check
we
in.
just-
I'll check in with dad and see if he has any.
We're just gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
to time our transactions so that we can both make the charges that we need to make at the same time before the credit card company shuts it down. Just call me when we get done with the session.
All right, you made simultaneous charges in Michigan and Indiana.
That's
And
not
they're
that far
both at
apart.
Jaguar dealerships?
I couldn't decide which one I wanted.
It's like the guy who shopped around at every McDonald's, or he ate McDonald's in every state at least once over like 30 days. It's like that, but for Jaguar
What?
dealerships. Is that not a thing?
Yeah, that makes me sick.
That sounds like something that somebody
From-
would have done at some
From
point.
Super Size Me? Is that not what the guy did? Or was it just
No,
every
he ate-
menu item?
Yeah, he ate McDonald's for like a month to see how it would affect his body nutritionally. And guess what? He got fat.
Yeah, he
Spoiler
got like
alert,
addicted
dude.
to it. It was fucked up.
Well, he ate really dumb too. Like, whatever.
It's been
Yeah,
a
'cause
while
wasn't he
since I
still
watched
doing
the
three a day?
documentary.
Yeah, he did 3
Oh,
a
sorry.
day. He looked at large items, combos. And it's like, dude, you could have just gotten.
I think it was like he would
Exactly.
always order a large, but anytime anyone asked him like, "Oh, would you like to supersize that?" he would always have to say yes for the sake of the
Yeah,
experiment.
that's what it was.
Yep, I recall that. Well, and yeah, I mean, obviously he could have got a salad or something, but let's be honest, nobody's going to McDonald's saying, yeah,
Right.
give me that McDonald's salad.
There's probably at
Love me
least,
that McDonald's salad.
not to be the contrarian, but like there's got to be at least one person in the world who's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go to like Five Guys and get a burger, then I'm gonna go to McDonald's and get a salad because the McDonald's salad is bomb. I'm convinced there's at least
I
one.
didn't know that the
Hi,
McDonald's
okay,
in California were pronounced McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, man, you pronounce it the same way you pronounce MacD's nuts.
Fun times. We need to just hang out more.
All right.
All right. So, you have slain some mist creatures. I believe we said 6 hours was going to be the journey back to town.
Sounds about right.
Sure.
And
None
I
of us
forget-
know.
I forget how many torches you had, but I recall you saying you had enough. So whatever
15
you
or something.
Yep,
Something like that.
And a light spell.
that's very true.
That's right. We had essentially a reusable torch because of light.
Do we need a short rest or anything before we bounce?
I think with the mist here, we just want to power walk our way back.
Cool. I'm good
I
with that.
agree.
Put on your velour leisure suits and power walk away.
How didn't you know what I do in my spare time?
Hidden cameras.
Okay, that's not
Dark
creepy.
turn.
Real quick.
All right. Let's see. I will bump you over to a battle map here. Not that there's a battle. I'm not saying that.
No, I mean, yeah, just just in case.
Helmet. I believe a helmet was left on the
Oh.
ground.
thought
mean,
you
I
were
had picked it
saying-
up, but-
I thought you were saying you needed to go back to the tower. You left your helmet.
Guys, I left it on the top floor.
No.
Wait, I'll be
Oh,
right
God.
back.
We're back just another couple sessions of winding our way through that tower. It's like the Einkrad Tower.
Shout
Thank
out to
you.
Trestle and Crit.
All right. So, go ahead and set yourself in whatever your marching order is. And I will find my
Nice.
dice.
I seem to have lost my torch.
Yeah, sorry. Once
Here I am. Oh, I got squares.
there,
Oh,
try,
everything
can you
is
try
moving.
now.
Oh, there it is.
I think I was clipping because I had both of those icons selected, and it was trying to like fit me in a square.
Sounds like a
Well, that's
problem.
not great.
Is this your torch right here?
I couldn't tell you.
Can you pick it up?
Nope.
Then it's not yours.
I can fix that.
It's also not mine because I can't pick it up either.
Yes.
It is the Rhodes torch.
Up. Hey.
Hey!
Perfect.
Wouldn't it be awesome? Scratch that. Wouldn't it be terrible if things in real life behave by these rules? Like, oh shit, sorry, that pencil's marked as owned by Logan. I can't pick it up when I can't pick it up.
Oh,
off the
here we
floor.
go. Hold on. I'll authorize you to use the pencil. Just give me 5 minutes.
I would be putting my name on so much crap.
That would have saved me so much. That would have saved me so much hassle in school. Hey Jake, can I borrow a pencil? Yeah, sure. Just give it back after class. Okay. People like that, they should have to wear like a sign forever.
It says, I don't give pencils back.
Or it's like just a number of how many things you've borrowed and not given back.
Yes.
This has
Big
been
red A.
This is my TED talk.
Like, that is the one statistic I want displayed above everyone's head.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh. Anything else we're doing on our way back to town other than just traveling?
But we have Lade's herbs we can always be on the lookout for.
Well, I typically agree with that. I think it may be better in this case to just boogie back to town as fast as we can.
True, we did find quite a bit on our way over, too, so...
Yeah, like,
Let's-
and if slowing down for the herbs is, it makes us get attacked and thus we drop the heart, I feel like that would really be kind of productive to the whole, like, 1 day long mission we just went on.
Yeah. One day.
I mean, the characters have been there for 1 day. I I was gonna say we've been here for like a month, but then, yeah, that wouldn't really be. It's not exactly canon.
Right. All right. So, yeah, let's just power walk our ways back.
Let's go.
Onward.
All right. Let's see. Let me roll. All right. First hour of the trip goes smoothly, and if you guys aren't trying to do anything else, I'll go ahead and just roll all of them
Sure.
until I hit something. There's no reason to
I'm good with that.
break them up.
Yeah.
All right. You actually managed to make it back to town without encountering anything somehow.
Man, we're so good.
What?
I know. I'm shocked.
If we would have done this last week, it would have been like an additional hour.
Mm-hmm. It's like when you're really busy to get someplace, you hit every red light.
Oh yeah.
When you're in no rush at all, you just breeze by everything.
Well, I'm here 10 minutes early now. Great.
Here's my torch.
Huzzah!
So you approach by the western road, and you're not in the town yet, but there's no reason to move the tokens. As you approach the gates, you see that the torches line the top of the wall, and the gate guard peers over and sees you coming in. And by luck, it's actually the same one who let you out a long, long day ago.
Nice, that's lucky.
Hey, convenient.
He kind of blinks and rubs his eyes. You made it back?
We sure did.
Well, come on in then. He turns and motions to someone below the gate, and the gate opens, and you are able to enter the town.
Sweet.
You know, the one day they decide not to let us in, that's gonna suck.
Let's
Yeah,
worry
we
about
don't-
that later.
We don't need you anymore. Goodbye.
Yeah, you guys have just, you're past your expiration.
Yeah, we figured dealing with this mist forever until the end of time is more worth it than dealing with you guys for the next couple of weeks.
You got one guy just trying to put money in people's cash registers.
Do you know what that does? People come tax time? Seriously.
Seriously, man. What are they supposed to do? Just write it off?
My
The books just don't balance.
I didn't even think about it.
It's okay to be
better from now
apocalypse.
on.
I doubt they're having taxes due during the apocalypse, so...
I don't know.
You bet your ass that the IRS is like the one department.
I know.
Like,
They're
Oh,
on
yeah.
a field day.
Death and taxes, all that.
you could nuke Washington D.C. off the map and kill every government official, and there's still going to be like one person that works for the IRS, and they're going to start the whole thing back up just so they can collect taxes.
I believe it.
Anyway, rant aside, what are we doing in town?
I think we should drop this Azer Heart off at Jonderlug.
Yeah, let's toss that at him.
So I vote Magic
Okay.
Man.
Magic
Yep.
Man.
I love that idea.
All right. You proceed down the road to Jonderlug's shop and open the door with a tinkling of the little bell that's attached to it. And you see Jonderlug behind the counter, working on some small device on a desk behind him. As you enter-
Right.
go ahead.
I was just gonna go, oi! Get his attention.
Jonderlug looks up and turns to you, lifting a pair of spectacles off of his eyes.
And then I'm just gonna hand out the helmet with Azer Heart in it.
His eyes get really wide as he looks into the helmet, and he looks back up at the four of you. You actually managed to do it.
One down.
Yeah.
Or you don't need to sound that surprised.
Well, I had no doubt of your abilities, but that tower stood there for centuries now, and none have been able to enter and survive to leave, much less come out with the heart of the creature from inside. This is a good sign indeed. And he reaches below the counter and pulls out a pair of heavily padded gloves, with which he removes the Azer Heart from the helmet and begins turning it around and inspecting it. Ah, yes, I think this will work nicely. We will definitely be able to use this to power the ritual. Did you have much difficulty in obtaining it?
More self-imposed difficulty than external difficulty, I would say. Although there were these fun automatons that kept attacking us.
Ah, yes, Azers are known to be, well, very, very crafty and quite good at making clockwork creatures and robotics. I am glad that you
Indeed.
survived. Well,
I am as well.
I will have to work on polishing this and making sure that it's ready. I've been looking at the rest of my texts, and obviously you know that you need a vial of pixie blood. I think that you are also going to need, in order for this ritual to work right, something to focus the energy. And as best I can tell, ideally would be the eye of a beholder, but I don't think that that's something that is within our reach. However, I think we could make do with an eye of a Goth.
Well, I guess that depends, dude. Like, how does a goth differ from a beholder? You know,
Well,
hypothetically.
I know that they're somewhat of a lesser beholder, a related creature, but not quite as powerful. I think the eye will function more or less the same for our ritual, but it may be marginally easier to collect said eye from a Goth than a beholder.
Well, I'm all about ease of retrieval, dude. Do you happen to know where one of them might be? Like, within,
Well,
around here?
that I am still searching for. If I find any reference, I will let you know. There were some rumors of an old beholder's lair, but I've not been able to pin down a location.
Speaking of that, I did happen to find this notebook in the Wizard's Tower where we find the Azer. I can't really make heads or tails of it. Do you think there'd be any interesting information in here? And I hand over this red leather-bound book to Jonderlug.
Jonderlug takes the book from you curiously and looks at both covers, examines the binding, flips the pages from end to end, turns the book over, flips them back the other way, then begins examining a page somewhere in the middle of the book before turning it on its side, looking at it closely for another minute. It's in some sort of cipher. I think it'll take some time to figure out what's in it, but I can work on it if you'd like in my spare time. Solving ciphers and puzzles is something of a hobby of mine.
Well, that sounds great. Anything to pass the time nowadays.
Sorry, making a note.
Alright.
What about the blue crystal?
Oh, the one we found that was suspended.
The one
Yeah, I hit it with the hammer and it pushed me back. It obviously had magical energy. We think it had something to do with the holding the mist at bay. And after we killed the Azer, it was behind the magical door.
Oh yeah.
Or barrier.
I remember it.
Good. Man, he's speechless. You really got him with that one, Orsik.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know if you were actually talking to the character or if you were discussing out of character.
Yeah, no, sorry. I actually, in my head, I was more so thinking I was mentioning it more so to the party, like, hey, what about that thing? And almost, I was hoping one of the magic users would be like, oh yeah, there was this thing.
Yeah, I remember it. It looked like it looked like the crystal was channeling the arcane energy. I don't know if it would be a replacement for an actual eye, but I think it might do something.
Depending on the type of crystal, they can hold specific powers. What was this one doing, or did you say that something changed about it?
Well, we're fairly certain that it powered some kind of an enchantment that kept the mist at bay around the tower. And once we defeated the Azor and took its heart out, the mist enchantment stopped, the barrier around the crystal vanished, but we still couldn't really interact with the crystal all that much.
What did you try when you attempted to interact with the crystal?
First we tried to interpose a shield between the pedestal and the crystal. Or was it one of our bodies? I honestly don't remember.
It was a mirror first.
Mirror, that's what it was. And it promptly destroyed the mirror. Then, our good friend Orsik tried to smash it with his warhammer, and somehow that also didn't work. That's sort of when we gave up.
And it was just hovering there in the air, you say?
As far as I could tell.
Well, it seems like perhaps there's some enchantment cast upon it specifically to keep it there in place. I don't know if it would necessarily be related to the power of the crystal. If the crystal was being used somehow to project a barrier, did you try any way to dispel the magic around it?
I don't know how to dispel magic from a crystal.
Oh, hang on. He goes back to a small cabinet behind his counter and opens it up, rummaging through it, and comes out with a dusty scroll, which he hands across the table to you. Here's a scroll of Dispel Magick. That might do it next time you're out in that area.
Well, already? How much was this gonna run?
No, for what you're doing for the town, I can't charge you.
Dude,
well.
listen. If you
I don't know how good of an idea that is.
If you don't make him pay you right now, he's gonna sneak into your shop when you may or may not notice him, and he'll try to put money in that cash box. Ask around. He will do it. How much do we owe you for this?
Oh, how about this? Here's a payment that requires no money. I found this scroll while in the tower, and I don't really know what it does. If you decipher that for me, I'll waive payment on the Dispel Magick scroll.
Which
I think that's an equitable trade. Well, I don't know. I just have written down one scroll, contents unknown.
Trying to remember which one that was, what I gave you.
It was either during or after we recovered the jar of cloudy liquid and the flask of dark blue liquid.
Oh gosh, that was a while ago.
Oh.
Alright, hold on. I'm looking for
Well,
it.
never mind it. Hey, how about instead of that, if you could identify this jar of cloudy liquid and this flask of dark blue liquid instead of the scroll.
Oh, I actually found it. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
It is the last message in the chat entries for the game at the very top right now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I don't
32
remember
fifty.
what I had for that. As soon as you give it away, I'm going to decide it was a scroll of wish.
No.
That could be a scroll?
I break back into a shop.
Suddenly morals mean nothing.
Well, you throw a wish around.
Alright, we've got a scroll of crit automata, and we've got a scroll of wish. What's
Yeah, I'll
the
trade those for Dispel Magick level 3. That sounds good. I'm gonna have to figure out what I was going to make that scroll. It wasn't wish or anything crazy like that. It was some
I mean, it could be
Well,
though.
relatively
I'll just-
average utility spell, I think.
How about while you decipher that scroll, I'll take the scroll of Dispel Magick, and then we can just do a trade later.
Well, that sounds fine. I think I can work with that. And plus, I don't really want you breaking into my shop after hours.
No problem.
So, he hands you the scroll of Dispel Magick and takes the unnamed scroll in turn. You can note that. A lot of notes this session. Man. Highlighting a lot of stuff. All right. What else? Oh, so yeah, you know about the Pixie blood, and he doesn't have a location on the Goth eye. Well, I better get to work on this Azer Heart. Like I said, I'll keep working on the Goth eye and see if I can find a location where you could get one. You may also be able to ask around or do some more research in the library. Perhaps you could find something as well. But otherwise, the Pixie blood, at least that's something that you can work on for now.
One last parting question. I do have this jar of cloudy liquid and this flask of dark blue fluid. Is there any chance you know what these are, just off the top of your head?
He looks them over. I don't know what they are right now, but I could probably identify them by the end of the day.
I would appreciate that greatly.
Very well. And he takes them and sets them on his counter.
Thanks. Oh, alright. Yep, that's, I'm out of stuff to do now. Do we want to head over to Loud and give her the, herbs that we found on the road to
Yeah.
victory?
Our herbs and spices.
Yep.
Sure. Good with that.
Maybe when things go back to normal, she'll open a chicken place.
I hope so.
All right. You head out of Jonderlug's shop and cruise on around the corner to Laudes. As you pass through the streets of the town, you notice that there are less people moving about than there were before. Things are a little bit quieter and seem just a little bit grimier, a little bit more run down.
Didn't think the town would fall apart without us that quickly.
Didn't know we were such a linchpin.
Somebody's got to clean up these streets.
We're just the one to do it.
No,
I see a sitcom intro coming.
don't volunteer.
Yeah, it flashes to me, and I'm in a Batman uniform, and then it flashes to Buddy Barrel, and it's in a Robin uniform.
Come, Barrel Wonder.
So you go to Laudes, and as you push through the door, she's sitting behind her counter, just kind of with her head down, holding it in her hands. She looks up as you enter. Oh, well, I'm glad you made it back. How was your journey?
I would say eventful.
Eventful good, eventful bad.
Could have been better, but all things considered, I'd say it was pretty good.
Yeah, at least we're all still alive. I consider that as like top 50%, you know.
All right. Well, that's excellent news then. Is there something you need help with? Poultices, herbs, something?
Yes and no. This is concerning some herbs, but we have some more from your list. And I hand over
excellent.
the golden seal that I've been carrying.
This is excellent. You're a literal lifesaver. This is going to help me with several cases I've been working recently. We just haven't been able to find enough near town. With this mist, everything that we're picking is not regrowing, and it's getting harder and harder to find what we need.
Well, that's not good.
That's great.
Yes, I fear what will happen as we get further on into summer, and I doubt that any crops we can manage to plant, even assuming that we can get out and do any planting, I doubt they would grow. Things are only going to get worse before they get better. We're fortunate, actually, that this happened in winter, when we already had food stored away from the prior summer.
I very much agree.
Well, I don't have anything that I can pay you with right now, but rest assured, if you need healing help, I will be here.
That is A-okay with me.
Yeah, we just appreciate all the work you're doing here, just keeping the people of the town safe while we were out and about.
Well, I do my best, but it's more and more every day that needs my attention, and less supplies to go around. But we do what we can.
Yep. I feel that. Didn't realize this campaign setting just took place in 2020.
Well, that wasn't part of the plan, but you know. I was just talking with Elizabeth last night that it seems like when she has this like twisted genie, I think, that follows her around. Years ago, she had been saying for a while, like, man, I really wish I could get some time off work. I'm really not enjoying this job.
Oh boy.
Bam! Medical issues. Home for 2 months.
Oof.
Oh,
So
no.
she got her wish. And then lately she's been saying, man, last year, I really want to be able to work from home. I don't want to have to go into the office every day. And
Well.
bam, global pandemic.
Oh, wish granted for that.
So I've been telling her to stop asking for things.
Man, I really wish $15 million would just fall into my lap.
I mean, if it did, it would. If she wished for that, it would probably come in the form of like a safe
money.
that falls out of an airplane that happens to contain $15 million and
Yeah.
lands literally in her lap.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's how she'd get it. Like, well, it worked.
Scratch that.
You'd like being in a car accident with an armored car full of just Monopoly money.
Armored car! We
Monopoly.
gotta protect this Monopoly money, goddammit.
It's a training run for the new armored car guards.
Exactly.
Smart.
Just a
Very
freak out.
smart.
We don't give them real money until they've been on the job 6 months. Anyway, I don't remember why I got into that story. What the motivation there was. Oh yeah, just talking about 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
So, regardless. Anything else?
Are we done here? Because I would like to go to the blacksmith next, if possible, please.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yep, I'm good.
Sure. I'm just gonna hand over the bundle of Valerian, the 1 bundle of Feverfew, the 2 bundles of Yarrow, and the 1 bundle of Golden Seal.
Sweet mother of God.
Found stuff.
I've been keeping track of it. What are you doing? You're like, oh, here's my 1 thing of Golden Seal.
Here's my
Oh.
golden seal.
I haven't been paying attention.
I was distracted by my torch.
Proud of my 1 little bundle.
As you hand over the large bundle of herbs, Laude actually smiles. Oh, this is gonna do so much more than just help the few people that I need right now. This is gonna be enough to last me for probably a week.
Weak.
That's so sad.
People here are so unhealthy and injured.
Oh God, this is insane. This will last me 5 whole minutes.
We're gonna turn around to leave, immediately come back in. Lauder's like, oh, thank God you're here. I need more herbs.
Girl, we haven't even left town.
Well, things are bad. It's the apocalypse, people.
Yeah.
We're all desensitized to it. We're surviving 2020 still.
Yeah.
Right, we're living in an apocalypse right now.
But I'm
All
thinking
the
like,
jokes just don't hit the same way they used to. So, Laude begins bundling up the herbs and packaging them into small paper envelopes that she stacks on an organizer shelf behind her.
I guess we're just gonna moonwalk on out of here.
Yeah, I'll just leave you to it.
in style.
As you head out, she wishes you well. Thank you so much for everything that you've brought. And again, if you find anything else, I can always use it.
Absolutely.
Just happy to help. Now we'll have to go help the local blacksmith.
Orsik just grunts. Eh.
So, you head out of Laude's and cut diagonally across the courtyard, approaching the sound of an anvil and hammer, to find the blacksmith working on some unknown farm implement as you approach.
I am going to wait
Hello.
outside and far away.
Is it just the metal?
Yes. I don't know how you people can stand that stuff, I'll be honest.
It's soft and luxurious, though. All right, I'll approach the blacksmith.
Okay.
Dale, can you identify this piece of metal? I haven't seen it in some time, and I have a strange a strange metal ingot that we found in the tower. I'd like to hand him that.
He looks up from where he's hammering on something and says, "Just a moment." He gives it a few more taps and then sets it off to the side of the forge before coming over to examine the ingot that you've set on the table. He picks it up and kind of hefts it in his hands, rubs a finger across it, gives it a sniff. He says, "Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's some form of meteorite."
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello indeed.
This is quite a large piece of it, though. I don't know that I've ever seen a piece of meteorite this big.
Is it forgeable?
I'm sure it's forgeable by someone, but nothing I have here, and he kind of gestures to the forge behind him. Nothing I have here could even reach a temperature hot enough to touch it.
Shame.
That is indeed a very valuable piece of metal you've got there, though. If you could just find the right person or the right forge that could actually work it.
Well, I thank you. Do you also refit armor? I have plate armor that needs to be fitting so that my dwarvish figure can wear it.
Yes, I think I can manage that, as long as it's not made out of the same stuff as that. And he gestures to the ingot.
I will take the ingot and put it back into my pack, and then heft out the armor plate and hand it to him.
And what did I give you for a description on that?
An armor plate that needs fitting. I believe it was it was a rusted, like regular plate armor that was on a stand in the tower, and I just ended up taking the plate. I think it had a helmet with it, or I think it comes with a helmet.
Okay, and what do you have now?
Chain, I believe. Chainmail.
Okay. He takes the plate and looks it over, kind of eyeing the rust and scratching at a piece of it with a small metal implement. Well, we've got some damage here that we're gonna have to work around, and I think I might have to cut it down and reforge part of it. I could probably get this made into a piece of half plate that would fit a man of your stature. Nods to you. For maybe 150 gold.
Ooh. I think I'm okay. Would you rather just buy it off me?
I'm gonna shoot Orsik with a message so that the shopkeeper doesn't hear it. We have plenty of that in the group fund. If you prefer to spend, we have like. Never mind. I lied. I don't know how to do math. Oh yeah, never mind. Forget I messaged you. Delete this number.
Just a butt dial.
Also, new phone, who does? You called me!
Carried one too many zeros on that one.
Guys, we've got about 8,000 gold. Felix, that's copper. Oh.
Oh.
I don't like you right now.
And I was supposed to be the smart one.
I was taking a drink. Oh, I inhaled straight bourbon.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
I almost died.
Way to spur him up.
Oh, man.
I remember giving them 150 gold pieces. I thought I gave them about 57.
No, it wasn't that. It was your comment, delete this number.
Yeah. Oh, man. That was perfect. Thank you for that. I appreciate the generosity, but actually the reason why I said no, I think my chainmail is actually better than half plate. And so I figure I'll just sell
Oh
it.
shit! You said chain mail. I was thinking of a chain shirt.
Ah,
Yeah. No, that's my fault. Hang on, we're gonna retcon this back before I almost died. Oh shit! Plate's even more expensive though. Hang on just a sec.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no, that works. Okay. Let's say that instead of chain mail, or instead of half plate, he takes a look at it, and after inspecting it and tapping on some of the rustier portions, is well, as a whole piece, it's not really repairable in its entirety, but I can probably make you a splint vest out of it for maybe 80 gold.
ooh, I might take you up on that offer.
That should cover the cost of using the material in this to make the individual pieces. And then I'll have to get a little bit of leather to connect everything together, a little bit of odd hardware. But yeah, I think 80 gold should do it since you're providing the bulk of the most expensive material.
Does anyone want to donate 16 gold to me?
Well, we do have 500. Oh, hold on, scratch that. We do have about 50 gold in the communal area. I don't know how much everyone's willing to forfeit from that, but I think 16 sounds reasonable.
Well, and it's going to take me probably a couple of days to get all this done. It's quite a bit of work. So I usually do half down and half on delivery.
All right, I can easily cover the half.
Okay.
And I will hand him 40 gold.
All right. He takes the rusty piece of plate mail and sets it on the workbench behind him, and the 40 gold disappears into a pouch on his belt. Well, I'll get started on that as soon as I finish this. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No. Thank you.
No.
All right. Man, a few words. I like it. Back to work then.
Yep, and I will scurry off, rejoin my companions.
If Orsik's getting some new armor, does anyone mind? We have about 57 gold pieces in the group fund. Would we be okay with donating about 16 to Orsik? Dude, I didn't hear that, even though I heard you through the wall. I still don't hear you, homie.
I just realized I'm not here anyway.
Yep. I didn't really hear any dissenters, so I think that if Orsik gets 16 from the communal fund, it shouldn't bankrupt us.
I'm waiting outside, so I'm fine with it.
He always
Alrighty.
runs out in front anyways, so.
Yeah, he's worth it. It's an investment for all of us.
He's worth it.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Alright. And I hand over 16 gold from the communal fund. You can just hold on to it.
Thank
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of carrying all.
Question, because I don't know what I was thinking. Is the money system, is this like base 100? Like 100 silver pieces is 1 gold, or?
I think it's
I
based
think it's 10.
So 10 silver pieces are?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, what are 10 gold pieces then?
1
platinum.
kinda,
He's good at that math.
Okay. Alright. I seem to have screwed up my silver and copper.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Big oops.
Oh yeah, you were doing it in base 100. So yeah, you would actually have more gold than you thought you did, although
I almost kind of think it's wrong. Because I don't know that I would have that much. I mean, I only started with 50 gold, and I haven't really sold a whole lot, so
You guys have been finding it here and there for quite a while, though.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume that, and everything that I've been giving you has been in my head base 10. So you should have like, you'd have 10, add 10 gold and adjust your silvers down to just 6. And then add 9 silver and adjust your coppers down to 2. And then you'll give yourself 1 more gold and you'll have 7 silver. I think that should cover it.
Awesome. Hey, I'm good with it if you're good with it.
Works for me.
I'm going to redonate back to, since I had a little issue there, I'm going to donate 11 gold back to the guild fund.
Okie dokie.
You're a guild now. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that
all right.
happened.
Right. Making more notes. I got a lot of things to address after when this session's over, apparently. Okay. What's next?
I think I would like to take a rest. I don't think
Yeah.
where else I need to go, but I'm down to follow anybody.
I think it might be nap time.
Sure.
Unless we wanted to do our library trip again. Although, why would we need to go there?
Well, I wasn't at the first library trip, was I?
No, you were still in your hell dimension.
Okay. What time of day is it? Is it like sleepy bedtime?
So you guys did take a long rest at the tower, which I think would have about coincided with nighttime. And then you killed those 3 guys, and then you walked 6 hours. So it's probably evening, getting to be late
okay.
evening now.
Sure. I'm down for some sleep.
All right, back to the inn then.
To the
Good to me.
inn.
Okay. So you traipse into your favorite inn, the Half Flagon. The bartender greets you and asks if you need anything to drink or eat.
Well, I would love some dinner.
Well, let's see. As far as meals go, we're out of meat, but for
Understandable.
silver, I can get you some bread and an apple.
That sounds delicious.
I should have some salted meat left in my buddy barrel, too. If it truly is still here.
I don't remember where you left it. Was it in the room?
It would have been in the room, because that would have been the place I used it.
Gotcha. Okay, so the buddy barrel dressed as Robin is still hanging out in the room.
Yeah.
Looking out the window. Scanning for injustice. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. And I'll pay him 2 silvers because I'm me.
He nods appreciatively and tucks them behind his belt. Anything
Well,
for the rest of you?
I'm gonna pass.
I'll just take an apple and give my slice of bread to this guy over here.
All right. He slides that across the table and takes your 1 silver, presumably.
Thank you very much, dude.
And so we're reaching the end of a day. Obviously, those of you that just bought a meal, that counts as one. I guess that would count as like half of a day's rations. Shit, now we gotta start dividing them up.
Oh, that's fine. I'm
Yep.
fine taking half a ration.
Felix, now you gotta learn fractions. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. This isn't gonna end well.
So yeah, anybody that bought a meal can consume a half day's ration otherwise for like the morning meal before you left the tower. And anybody that's not buying a meal now would need to consume a full day's ration. Or you can choose not to eat if you'd like, and we will come up with whatever fun penalties you'll get to deal with.
I actually have some salted pork rations on me. I'll just use that.
Yep, I'll
There
just
you
use
go.
a ration.
40 raw eggs, guys.
Those cannot still be good.
I mean, it's only been like a couple of days. They're probably fine. Eggs don't need to be refrigerated.
This
They
is
don't?
true.
No,
I-
it's an American thing.
Yeah,
in
we're
other
weird.
countries, they sell eggs just like on the shelf at the supermarket.
Interesting.
Now, once you do refrigerate them, they must stay refrigerated.
Well, that makes sense.
So in America, eggs are refrigerated. But yeah, like our chickens, every now and then we'll find a nest where they've like, oh shit, they've been laying eggs like in this hedge for a couple weeks, and some of the oldest ones will be bad. You can check them in a bowl of water, but the rest will still be good.
And by bad, that just means like they smell off.
By bad, I mean like I don't open them.
Oh, okay.
Or
Open
just get
them.
thrown away.
Okay, so this is a challenge for everyone else who does not domesticate farm animals. What is the dumbest way you could imagine checking if eggs are good or not with a bowl of water?
Dumbest?
Yeah, like obviously you put them in water and
Open
probably
the
like
egg.
if they float, it means they're bad. If they sink, they're good. But like, I imagined a system whereby you placed the egg next to a bowl of water, and it's like all the water pulled up on the left side of the bowl. I guess the egg's bad.
It's like that scene from Inception. It's like, oh, everything's tilting to the left. If the egg's bad.
If it tilts to the right, the egg's good to go.
No, it's actually pretty detailed. So when you put them in the water, if they sink and they lay on the bottom on their side, you're good. If it stands up on the pointy end on the bottom but doesn't float, you probably only have another day or two to use it. If it actually floats, it's bad.
Okay.
Good
Interesting.
to know.
Now you know. Today you learned.
I like my way
Yeah, I
better.
did.
I'd like to live in a universe where my way is correct.
I kind of was thinking that. I was like, man, that world you live in must be magical.
It sounds like it's a world his dog lives in too.
Only on occasion.
So, now everybody's eaten. Is anybody doing anything else, working on any personal projects or whatnot before you take your long rest?
I think I'm okay.
Let's see. I'm not sure I have anything I'm really interested in doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I have any hobbies right now.
I just found in my inventory a book called Graris Folios Folio of Blood. So I'll get cracking on that, seeing if I can find any Pixie blood related entries. Specifically relating to how I can find it and or if there's an alternative.
Good idea. I actually just noticed something in my inventory too that I forgot to ask about. So I would, if there's still time in the night, I'd like to head back to Jonderlug, unless it's closed.
It's a little bit later in the evening, but you can go and check if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
All right. So you head around the corner to Jonderlug's, and when you get there, the store appears to be dark.
I'll knock on the door.
All right. So you knock on the door, and after a minute or two, you hear steps from the area above the shop, and then Jonderlug pokes his head out of a window above you. What can I do for you at this hour?
Oi! Do you know this? And I pull out the, I believe it was a jade die, 20-sided, and I point to that.
He squints. It's hard to make out in the dark from here, but let me come down. And he pulls back inside the house, and the window closes, and he comes down, opens the door. He lets you inside and lights a lamp in the shop. And he takes the die from you, and he kind of rolls it around in his palm, looking at it. I mean, I can tell it's definitely magical, but it's hard to say what it would do. Where did you come by it?
In the tower?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it would do. Have you used it?
Yes.
What happened?
Nothing.
Well, I don't really know of any way to identify specifically what would happen. The enchantment that's in it is twisted somehow, and I can't quite make out what it would actually accomplish. Best you be very careful with it, though. There's no telling what it could do.
Is there any way for me to anyone I should ask that you might know of?
There might be the only one that would know what this dice is made for is going to be the person that made it.
Sweet. Where's that guy?
Or a way to disenchant it?
I mean, we could try to cast a spell to remove the magic on it and see what happened, I suppose.
You say it feels twisted? Do you think it's a curse?
It's hard to say. Something about what they've done to this is... It's twisted in that it's obscured, and I can't make it out clearly what it is. I don't know that it's a curse, but it does make me uneasy.
Do you think, since I've already rolled it, I should keep it with me, or would you like to have it?
I don't know that I would have any use for it, but then again, I don't know that you would have any use for it either, not knowing what it is, unless we can find some way to figure out who made it and what they made it for.
Okay. I'll take the dice back. Thank you. Sorry to bother you. And I'll tip him a silver.
He nods appreciatively. That's no trouble at all.
And then I will head back to the Half-Lagen.
All right.
And that's it for me for tonight. I'm just going to head to bed.
Before you head to bed, I'm gonna offer up the Azer shield, the one I feel like not using, as the touch of metal repulses me. Hey Orsik dude, would you use this shield? Cause like, it's not really for me, dude, you know, like too metallic.
Orsik looks it up and down. He gives it a good tap. Sturdy. Yes, I'll take it.
Sweet, you're doing me a favor, dude. And I hand him the Azer shield.
Thank you.
Woo. Alright. And now that's out of my inventory, some other sap has to carry that. Woo. That's how you do it.
Nice work.
Yeah, thank you. That goes in the armor tab
Sure.
section?
Allegedly, it works just like a normal shield, which is just a +2 to AC if you use one hand to hold it.
Yep. So you can't use it with a two-handed weapon, but any one-handed weapon you could equip it and use it, and it would give you a +2 bonus to your AC. And then, in addition to its status as a totally normal and average shield, and what did I say it had?
Misty
I think
Walk or
it's
something?
like you can cast Misty Step on yourself by expending X number of charges, and it
Yep.
regains N number of charges like daily at dawn, I think. There it is.
There you go. I just posted it.
Oh wow.
And I said it had 3 charges to start. So, Jacob, you had it at dawn. Roll me a 1d4.
1d4. What was that?
Not too shabby.
It rolled off, the die rolled off of my screen off the top.
That's relatable.
Just rolled off the table, it's a redo.
So that will be, it's got 6 of 7 charges right now, Fang. So just make a spot somewhere in your character sheet where you can track that, and then if you use it, you can spend the 5 charges, and then every morning you can add 1d4 back to it.
Perfect,
Now
thank you.
Fang is going to be super well armored by the time this is all over, and also able to just disappear when he's tired of getting beat up.
Oh no.
Forget this.
Yeah, I don't know.
YOLO, gone.
I'm sick of
Later, nerds.
I'm sick of carrying this team. I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
All right, and then everybody else is going to bed, taking a long rest.
Sure.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
I wanted DM. Can you look at my armor? I just want to make sure this is. I don't have it set to worn. I just want to make sure that this tab isn't going to affect anything else.
Yeah, worn, chainmail, Azer shield, base AC 2, magic bonus. I don't think. Nope, shield doesn't have a stealth penalty. So yeah, and whenever you pull it out and actually equip it, just box for worn.
Check
And
the
then
what?
you-
Oh, check the box for worn. Yeah, I gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, because right now your AC is 16, and if we go back to it and equip it, it goes up to 18.
Thank you.
So yep, looks good. All right, everybody, go ahead and take your long rest then. What is it? You gain back half of your hit die, or up to half.
I think that's what we
believe,
agreed
yeah.
upon.
That's what I heard.
All right, so yep, half your hit die, all your spell slots, blah 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 blah.
Should be full because we took a long rest in the tower, didn't we?
Yeah, everything should be good now.
I did. I'm not sure
Yep.
about you guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, and I don't think. Nope, you're not quite at another level. So, all right, the following morning. What are you doing? Where are you headed?
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast, then we're gonna formulate a plan.
All right. As you head down the stairs, the barkeep is behind the bar, cleaning it with a not so clean rag. He nods over towards you. I can get you more bread and some apples for 1 silver if you need breakfast.
Aye. And I'll put 1 silver on the table.
He
I will
brings
do the
over
same.
he brings over 2 small loaves of bread and a couple of slightly older looking apples.
Yep. I'll have what they're having and some water, please.
Well, water we can do for free, fortunately.
Perfect.
Provide your order as well.
I hand him 2 silvers.
He nods appreciatively. Always glad to have your patron.
Thank you.
I think I'm good actually, dude. Thank you though. I will actually take some water though, if you please.
Coming right up. And he comes out with a mug of water for you a moment later.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Did I find anything interesting in the folio of blood?
Oh, that's right. Hang on. I note about this somewhere. Control F for folio. Find on my notes. So here's the basic note I've got about it.
Alrighty. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That sounds good.
It's something. Well, it was kind of tough to read at times because several of the pages are cemented together with some kind of a silver wax something or other. So, I couldn't really read the whole thing. I didn't find anything tremendously useful.
I'm working on it. I didn't prep anything for this, so I'm working on the
Oh,
fly
yeah.
here.
Oh, never mind, hold on. Maybe I just forgot something. Maybe it'll come to me.
Delete this number.
I'm actually going to take this time, while we're in the inn and not having ordered any food, to cast a spell that I just spec'd into, for lack of a better word.
Whoa.
What?
I'm gonna try to like keep it hidden from everybody else.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna see me
I didn't
like
see it then.
over in the corner, and in the little leather pouch that previously contained 8 gold pieces, I'm just gonna be hunched over that, cupping the pouch in my hand and like Gollum, like, look around, is anyone watching me? No. Eat my berries.
I remember being really excited when I made my druid character for my first campaign and picking that spell like, oh yeah, never have to worry about food. Yeah, we never did any shit with food in our campaign anyway, so it was useless.
That stinks. Like, oh yeah, there's always food around. You can just always eat.
I got create water too for the same reason. Like, fuck yeah,
Yes.
never have to worry about supplies at all. I just create my own food and water anywhere I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was never a thing.
Adam, you're my hero. Every character I can have that spell on, I put it on. Specifically because in the book The Martian, where a guy's trapped on Mars, the guy writes in his journal like, dude, I played D&D when I was in high school, and like my character knew the shittiest spell in the game, which is create, destroy, water. Like if I could do that right now, I'd be a fucking golden. So just because of Mark Watney, stranded Martian astronaut, all of my characters that are able to get create, destroy, water, they all get it.
That's funny.
Such a great movie.
Yeah, agreed.
Speaking of,
All right, so yeah, that's what I've got for you so far on that, Logan. But more may be possible with more study and more experience on your part as well.
Yeah, no problem. It seems to mostly just be some kind of necromantic spellbook. And, it doesn't really have any information on... It's not like a blood encyclopedia, for lack of a better term.
no.
So, I was not able to learn anything extraordinarily useful.
No. Well, that sucks, dude. No.
But I apologize for getting everyone's hopes up.
All right. So,
The silence of your disapproval is the most hurtful of this whole process.
Don't worry, dude. Here, will this cheer you up?
Oh, never mind. I just can't hear anything. Hold on.
Cool. Can you hear me now?
Oh, my headphones died. I'll be right back.
all right,
Okay,
now
quick,
let's
let's-
talk about him.
Exactly.
I heard you talking through the wall. I'm like, why can't I hear you?
Logan, we can still hear you.
I know. Hold on.
All right, now it's all up to you, Jacob, to pretend you're having a really crazy conversation, and then we'll never tell him what the rest of it was.
Guys, it's... So, like, what did I find out when I read that book? Quick, I can't think of an outrageous conversation to be having. What is it? What can we do?
You're loving it, man. Come on.
Man, how
Ruined
about create, destroy, water? Man, it's game breaking, isn't it? Like we just flooded the earth.
Alright, a bit.
Now we know what happened in Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Just thousands of clerics ritual cast and create water continually. Apparently, not a lot of the Legend of Zelda fans in the chat room, I see.
Oh, no way. Legend of Zelda's awesome.
Yeah.
I just haven't played it since, well, Nintendo 64.
Hey, Wind Waker was on that one.
No, Wind Waker was on the GameCube.
Shut up!
Yeah, it was a
I'm
game.
messing with him.
Yeah, it was Ocarina of Time and Majora's
Majora's
Mask.
Mask.
Both excellent games, by the way.
Fantastic games.
I'm gonna be honest. I never beat Majora's Mask. I need to go back and play it again.
I
yeah.
beat it as an adult.
Nice.
As
I
a
like the
kid,
Ocarina
I
of Time
couldn't
better,
handle
but...
Yeah, I couldn't handle the time management with Majora's Mask as a kid. I was like, I'm too dumb for this.
Yeah, I still have the Nintendo 64 upstairs, and I own Majora's Mask because, duh.
Oh, hell
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Boy.
I've never actually spent the time to beat it.
One day.
It's alright. We won't think less of you for it.
Oh, I know you will.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, not a lot.
We just won't tell you that we think less of you.
It was.
Yeah, right?
I actually really only stocked up on the N64 games like maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, man, I really kind of missed some of those games, and I better buy them now because they're only gonna get more expensive.
Yeah, you better buy them now, you know,
Yeah.
before the world ends. And then 2020 happened, and you're like, I'm the greatest.
But now I've got GoldenEye, and I've got
Pokemon Stadium.
Super Smash Brothers. Crap.
Crap the game.
I don't know. I got like 20 of them. All the good ones I remember.
Banjo Kazooie.
I don't have a Banjo Kazooie game. But I need to
You
get
have to.
Super Mario
I had
64.
that
Oh,
for
epic.
PlayStation when I was a kid, but I never had that for Nintendo 64.
Oh wait, do you have Donkey Kong Country?
Yes, I have Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, that's good
and
enough. Then you have Banjo Kazooie.
whatever the other Donkey Kong game is. What?
They're basically the same game. I'm gonna level with you.
Right.
I'm gonna spoil it.
But no, it's a great time. That was the first thing that we played on our new 55-inch 4K TV when we brought it home, was we hooked up the Nintendo 64.
That's
we could
pretty incredible.
spread all 9 of those pixels all the way across it. Anyway, where were we? Saving the world.
I was disappointed that I couldn't hear any of my friends talk about the folio of blood.
And actually, no one had anything to say, so your assessment of the silence was super accurate. Good job for reading everybody's minds.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's all I've got.
All right. Well, what are we doing? What are you guys gonna do for the day? Just hang out and like do some yoga, wander around
Sounds
town.
relaxing.
Yeah. Orsik needs his stretches.
Do we, so we don't have any leads on the Goth or the
No.
Fairy Blood, do we?
I think we had more leads on the Pixies, if memory serves.
Pixie.
Yeah.
Probably
Jonderlug did tell you there was a Pixie colony not too far to the northwest.
Do we want to give that a bash, or do we have something better to do?
No, that's
I think we may
I mean,
want to
you know-
like,
next on the list.
yeah, we may want to like devise some kind of in-depth scheme before we head over there, and it's not just like, hey dudes, can I harvest your blood?
Yeah, I don't really want to ring a Pixie out.
Yeah, I kind of don't even want to imagine that. So if you could just never say those words in that order again, I would like super appreciate it.
It is a pretty detailed mental image.
Yep.
So many images with so few words.
Welcome.
I think the blood drive idea holds some merit.
So what, do we make little cookies or something? I don't know.
I mean, we could.
Oh, dude, I got some berries. You want some? And I hold out a pouch full of berries. There's about 9.
When did you get those?
Okay, like, I understand how this looks, but, like, you reacting in that way makes me not want to share them with you.
Share 'em with the Pixies.
Wait, do what? I wasn't listening.
I'm gonna close the door behind you one time and lock it so hard not even I can pick it.
I don't think that's possible.
It's just a wall.
I'm gonna erect a concrete wall.
Not even a door there.
Hey, wait. Where's the door?
I am gonna have you guys like invade the tower of a mad necromantic locksmith.
Oh my god.
Creates crazy enchanted locks.
Diabolical. And this is where I take my warlock pact just so I can like somehow open doors.
I sold my soul to be able to open doors.
Well, you see, I'm a locksmith and I'm a locksmith.
Whoa, that's deep, man. Like, metaphorical doors? No. Actual physical doors.
Like that one over there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, like this. Door just creeps open.
Well, you know, that's why they call them warlocks.
Hello.
Finger guns.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to write that down.
You can use that, but you do have to give me credit after you use it. Just throwing it out
No,
there.
no, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. It's not gonna be a warlock. It's gonna be a werelock. That one didn't land. Okay. Scratch that
I mean, no,
off.
keep going. Please expand on that.
I just want more details. I was trying to
Yes.
figure out how it worked.
You don't like? Oh,
I was hoping
No,
for a
Jake,
follow
your
up.
headphones just died.
yeah, who said that?
Now they're back.
You know how there's like a werewolf, there's were-rats, and like were-jackals and stuff? A werelock. You turn into a lock during the full moon.
I'm wondering
Oh
if
my
that's what we're
gosh.
going.
To be fair, I also had that idea with a warehouse.
What?
I thought that'd be funnier. Like a warehouse. It's like every full
Oh,
moon,
I
a guy
get it.
turns into a house.
It's a pun.
I also thought it'd be funny, but I guess no one else did.
I
mean-
guess not.
I
I
just
could
have a
see-
lot of questions. Like, what if someone decides to go into the house when you're in house form?
You're gonna have to
Do
wear.
you just like
They would have to wear a condom.
collapse and kill them? Ew. Ew.
They'd have to wear a full body poncho, or else risk catching something.
I could see that being a good setting for a not a campaign necessarily, but a dungeon. It's a sentient house that only exists, you know, for limited amounts of time, but it lures people in somehow.
So, Monster House?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
We're not breaking new ground here.
Right.
Don't keep your hopes up.
Trust me, as a DM, I steal so much from media. I'd be like, hey guys, what are your favorite video games or anime? So you've never
Yeah.
seen X? Perfect.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, good. No, don't watch it. Don't.
It's not worth it. It's no good at all. Stay away.
Terrible.
Stop watching after season 2.
Definitely don't watch season 3, episode 4.
It gets so much
Just
worse after that.
avoid that at all costs. Just awful.
All right. So I don't even remember where we were before all that.
I
locks.
just reached out my hand to offer a bunch of berries.
Oh, the berries. That's right.
Yeah.
That's how we got
Wit
there.
said
Yep.
we should
Yeah,
offer
move on.
those to the Pixies.
I don't know what else to give them. I don't know what they like.
I mean, like,
Oh.
we could ask. I have a feeling that if we go to
True.
the Pixies and be like, hey, like, I understand this sounds, like, really bad, but just, like, hear me out. We can get rid of this magical fog if we hold, like, a blood drive and we get a bunch of Pixies to, like, donate some blood to the drive.
Ooh, and maybe they like come live in the town to be away from the mist too.
Maybe they can do what?
Yeah.
Come live in the town then, because I think I don't know how far this barrier is going to expand out.
Sure.
Fal Dune's eyes light up like Christmas and be like, yes, that is the ideal solution.
Cool, they can live in your room.
We should. Yes. Alright, let's go right now.
All right, I guess I'll eat my apple on the road.
Oh wait, like, do we know where? Jonderlug said it was like to the northwest, but do we know like more specifically?
Yeah. I don't know, we can go re-ask him again.
Here's what we
Sure.
could do. We could go in there and be like, hey, have you like identified these magical items yet? And then when he's like, no, it's only been like 8 hours, we'll be like, hey, cool. Also, by the way, those Pixies.
Where'd you say those were again? Oh yeah, very smooth, very smooth. I like it.
Sure, might as well.
Also, while I'm at it, does anyone want one of these berries? I held out the leather pouch with 9 berries.
Oh, I'm alright,
I mean, I'll try one.
but I appreciate the offer.
Go for it. Like, trust me, they're delicious. Alright.
I don't even. What would a good berry even taste like? Are we talking like raspberry here? Is it like your favorite type of berry turned into a magical berry?
It does require a sprig of mistletoe, so I'm gonna assume it's whatever those red berries are on a sprig of mistletoe.
I don't
Edible,
think they're
apparently.
edible.
Are they not?
Pretty sure not.
I mean, if it
Yeah,
fits
I
in
don't
your
think
mouth,
they
it's
are.
edible. Maybe it's not digestible.
I mean,
I
if
mean-
that's your criteria for edible, then your dice are edible.
You guys don't eat your dice, like the
Challenge
bad dice.
accepted.
They taste like peanuts.
How else do you roll your d20?
It takes a couple hours. You really gotta charge it up.
That's called randomizing the dice. No, I'm pretty sure mistletoe berries are not edible.
Sure they are. And I'm pretty sure you can't combat me on that. Like, there's no subject, especially in nature, which you know more about than I do. Especially, like, bees, animal husbandry. Like, there's nothing. I'm pretty sure I would know.
What?
I was making a sweet
You are-
joke about the time I sent you on a side quest to, like, get beeswax, like, for a thing. And you guys are like, that's not where you get beeswax from. And I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't know you guys fucking grew honeybees. And then a fucking, like, skunk mancer came up to you guys and it's like, oh, you'll never get my bees. And he just left. He went back to town.
He was a skunk mancer.
a stink romancer, if you will. Also, mistletoe in its entirety, the leaves and the berries are poison.
Nah, that's what the magic's for.
There's a shit. A lot of these are based on jokes though. 'Cause isn't it like there's a copper, and one of the material components for the spell to read someone's mind or something like that is a copper. So it's like penny for your
Yes.
thoughts. I bet this is something like that I just don't get.
Maybe.
I guess.
All right, guys, I'm gonna email Watsy and demand an explanation.
Hey, yo, Gary Gygax.
I'll hold his hand.
Actually, a friend of mine is in Wisconsin right now, and I helped him build some stuff around his house recently, and I have a feeling because he mentioned the other day something about the Gary Gygax memorial, and then unrelated conversation several hours later asked what my favorite color was. I have a feeling he went out and bought some dice or something, and got a
bless
picture
your
of
day.
the Gygax memorial.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
We'll see. I'll find out in a week or so, I guess.
It's like asking Logan what his favorite, like, flavor of milk is as someone lactose intolerant. Adam, are you not colorblind?
Okay.
I am, but I see colors. I just have trouble with like blue and purple.
Okay.
Oh man,
Is that the one cone or the two cone missing?
Oh,
Forgot
I
the
have no
names.
idea what I have no idea what it technically is. Oh, and the other one that really gets me that is actually kind of really applicable to my job is if I have a light on the front of a server and it's either amber or green,
oh,
I need more lights to compare it to.
I see.
you're gonna need to keep like a swatch in your pocket and pull it out and be like, this one's amber, this one's green.
Well, it depends on like the individual manufacturer of that particular diode, because they're all just a little bit different. And if there's 5 of them in a row and one's amber, oh yeah, it's that one. But if there's like one, I can't figure out what it is. So I have been known to text my wife pictures while I'm at work. Hey, what color
That's
is
pretty
it?
funny.
Aw.
So yeah, other than that very specific instance where a small number of colors that are close together in the spectrum, I guess, are tough to read. The rest of the time I'm fine.
Okay.
Anyway, we're worse than an algebra class today. We got so many.
Can you
It's
tell
a-
quarantine has kicked in?
Gosh.
So
Though
the
actually, I did
blood
go
drive-
out this last weekend. I saw my family because my cousin, her daughter just turned 4, and so we had a little birthday party at the park type thing, so we could stay away from each other a little bit. I didn't go near the kids because just in case. I mean, I'm fine, but hey, you never know, right?
Right.
Smart.
But yeah, so that was my forte into getting back into a somewhat social-ish norm for me anyway. I do things like once a month, and then I'm good.
Nice.
Yeah, we're usually the same. Elizabeth actually had her book club come out a couple of weeks ago, but they all
Wow.
sat on the porch in chairs like 8 feet apart
Mhm.
and talked about their book outside.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's almost like you got to do something like something different
Yeah.
anyway. Go for a drive or anything. For me anyway, I was just going a little bit insane.
Mhm.
I've been doing the driving thing a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yeah, we got some sick, awesome roads around here, so it's like, and I just moved out here, so it's like, oh, what's down over here?
So much to explore.
Yeah, it's so open.
What?
When you come from a city, it's like, oh my god, it's
Mhm.
Right?
not concrete everywhere.
Egad. So that Pixie blood drive.
Great. We gotta
Sorry.
go talk to him. So, Jonderlug first, mosey on and do our, hey, is that stuff good? Oh yeah, where'd you say those Pixies were again? Okay,
I
thanks,
like
fine.
I love it. Onward,
Sounds like a
alright?
solid plan.
Outstanding. Let's
You
mosey.
you head out and mosey along to Jonderlug's. And let's see, you got here, yeah. And I believe, so what all did you leave him to be identified again?
I
Both?
personally left a jar of cloudy liquid, a flask of dark blue fluid, an encoded book with the red leather cover, and what I think is a magic scroll that I don't know what it does yet.
Okay. So you enter Jonderlug's shop, and he is back at work behind the counter. You can see that he's been polishing the Azer Heart. It's sitting in a small, like, metal frame to hold it up off of the desk so it doesn't set the place on fire. And he looks up as you approach. Ah, back for your items, yes?
Yeah, you can say that.
So I was able to get them identified. So you've got here, and he hands the gray, cloudy liquid across. You've got there a potion of frost giant strength.
Whoa.
I can hear somebody typing, so somebody's taking notes. We're good. No, wait, I don't hear someone typing. That's horse hooves on the audio track.
I got it.
And this one here, sliding across the blue liquid, is a potion of heroism. Not to be confused with a potion of heroin.
No.
It makes you
And then
really into the Velvet Underground.
And then last but not least, this is a scroll of Misty Step.
Whoa.
Oh, cool, you guys can join the club now.
One of us can.
Yeah, one of them once.
Perfect. I figure you've probably been so busy with this you haven't decoded the secret book yet, have you?
No, I've not had a chance to take a look at that yet. I had a hard time getting rest last night. I kept getting interrupted.
No problem. It's fine. Alrighty. Oh, and I don't think I was here when you told us where to find the Pixies. For the Pixie blood that we need for the ritual. Where exactly were they again?
Yes. So now it's been a while since this whole mist thing happened, so I'm not sure if they're still there, but there was a known colony, about 4 hours northwest of here.
Alrighty.
It's down the road a ways, make a left on the dirt road, and he gives you some more specific instructions to get you to the general area. And when you start to see the little mushroom gardens, you'll know you're in the right spot.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Jonderlug.
No problem.
Sure.
I'll keep working on this heart here, and I'll keep working on the finding a location to find a Goth eye and the last object that we're going to need. I haven't narrowed that down yet either, but I should be able to find something that will work.
Hey, nah, no worries, dude. Take your time. Maybe it'll take you like 3 or 4 sessions, but I'm sure you'll get around to it.
Indeed, I will keep working on it. Thank you.
Alright, Senzoku best
Alrighty.
make tracks towards these pixies.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you head out and head to the northwest gate, I assume.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, sounds good.
Wait, do we have enough torches to go out?
Oh, that would be a good reason why not.
Good
Yeah,
call.
ooh, that's good.
We have 9 unused torches and 39 used torches.
39?
Yeah, it's quite a few.
I don't recall why you're carrying the used torches.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
We looted them when we were in the goblin cave so far ago.
Yeah, we can also.
As we walked out, we'd be like, extinguish, pocket.
Yeah, we did get quite a few torches that way.
Honestly, we could probably like donate these to the inn as firewood, if nothing else.
That's
Right.
probably a good idea.
Build a fort.
Gonna build a tree house. Mist can't get me up here, bitch.
We'll build a mansion. It's made out of used torches, so the mist can't get in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, one
Extra flammable.
this chest match.
Roll Arcana to figure out if that'll work.
You don't want me rolling that.
It's probably right.
Yeah, I guess I'll just, like... I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just don't need them, so I will delete them.
So as you're walking through the gate, Felix drops a pile of 39
Skyrim logic.
well, that's dealt with.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
hundreds of wheels of cheese.
Probably still should get some more. And wheels of cheese.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, rations too, obviously.
Is there like... Oh yeah, there is a general store, as I'm like looking all over this map.
Yes, that will be under the heading of General Store.
Oh.
He's very French.
Not me.
Oh, I do also have 14 ration.
What?
I've got all this crap. I think we just keep finding them. They're like, oh yeah, just Felix will carry them.
Just chuck it in, Felix's backpack there.
I do have 14 rations if anyone's hungry. I have
Well, there we go.
all the used torches you could possibly want.
It's going to open a very specific kind of roadside stand.
Yeah.
We've got used torches and salted pork and questionable eggs.
You ever seen that episode of
Got a bowl of water.
SpongeBob where, with the hat, where Mr. Krabs just dumps out the garbage can onto a blanket and puts a for sale sign on it? It's pretty much Felix's life at the moment.
I have
yeah,
7 salted pork rations, and anybody is welcome to have some out of the buddy barrel.
Okie dokie. I appreciate that offer.
I
believe
think
there was
that my crude usage of, or my crude attempts to implement resource utilization as far as the torches and the food goes are not quite in balance. So I'm going to work on rectifying that in the future.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Good.
Good news is we're just gonna keep eating and using torches in the meantime.
Right. You're going to keep burning through things, so I'm just going to make them marginally less less popular in the world, or less available in the world to help bring the balance back down some.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, are you going to get anything else?
I'm good.
I think what we need, all we need is just some fresh torches.
Yeah, probably we could use a couple of torches.
Yeah. I think that's
The rest
smartest.
is nothing for top.
All right. Heading back over to the general store. I might have a name for the guy that runs this place. Let's find out. I don't know if you guys have even been in the general store.
I don't think we have.
I don't think so either. No, we were. That's where we got the paint for the eggs.
Oh, yeah! Oh, I forgot about that excellent adventure.
So, you head back into the general store, and the man behind the counter sees you enter and greets you. Good morning. What may I help you with?
You wouldn't by chance happen to have any torches available, would you?
Well, we're short on many things, but fortunately we do have some torches. They're over there, and he points to a barrel containing a handful of torches. And I think what we've got on them right now is 5 coppers apiece.
What? That's incredibly inexpensive for these difficult times.
Well, we have fortunately had a fair amount of rubble in the city that we've been able to use, in some cases, to make torches.
Well, making lemonade out of lemons, I suppose.
Unfortunately, I have no lemonade.
Oh, it's okay. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a use for used torches, would you?
I think the only use for them would be firewood.
Could you use some firewood?
I can always use firewood, but I'm not in the business of paying for it right now.
That's okay. I would just appreciate it to lighten my load. Here you go.
Well,
I have 39
certainly
pieces
take it off
of
your
firewood if you'd like it.
I'll certainly take it off your hands, and I think we can even work out a deal for the torches. How about 4 coppers apiece for the ones you need?
That sounds lovely. I hand him 39 used torches.
He stacks them in a pile by the wood stove at the back of the building. The barrel containing the torches has 6 torches in it. How many would you like?
Let's see, we've got 9. We're gonna need 4 each way to and from the ferry. Or the Pixie location. I don't know, probably... I feel bad taking all of them.
We could just take a few,
what-
because, like, Felix, you
what's
can do
the
that thing where it basically saves us half the torches we need.
Yeah, right. How does... If we buy half the torches, we'll have 12. I think that's a good number.
I think so. I'm happy about it.
And I'm sure if the Pixies are still kicking, then the mist probably is not a huge issue for them.
All right, 3 torches. That'll be
Alright.
12 coppers.
Perfect. Anyone mind if I take it out of the communal fund?
Yeah,
go for
just
it,
take
dude.
it out of there.
Perfect.
This is what it's there for.
I give him 13 copies.
I thank you, sir. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too. Alright. Perfect. And I'm so good at haggling. Like, whatever the price they tell you, increase it by 1 copy.
And they always accept the deal.
I know.
It's amazing, quite frankly. Speaking of, I have a car for sale if you'd like to talk later.
There's $50,000. Oh wait, hold
His counter, 50,001. Sold.
on. Done.
All right, now you've got some more torches. Anything else?
I think I'm good. Ow.
Here.
Yeah, I think that's all we need for now.
All right. So, you head over to the northwestern gate. Hang on.
I'm hanging.
Oh, excuse me. You head over to the northwestern gate, and the guards, now growing accustomed to your wandering ways, open them and let you out. change the audio.
Instant Spookville.
That's not as good of a sound.
And you find yourself back on the road, standing along a bridge over the river that runs past the town. Based on the directions that Jonderlug gave you, it's going to be about 4 hours until you reach the tree with the pixies. Are you going to be looking for anything else along the way, or do you want to just travel there at best possible speed?
With how like panicked Loda sounded, we may want to look for some herbs on the way if it won't slow us down too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds good.
I kind of hate to say it, but like it seems like this town is kind of relying on us for medicinal herbs.
No, I agree. The funny part was the way you lagged. The first quarter of the sentence took half the time. Because you did one of these, and then you talked really fast, and then you all caught up at once.
This is true.
I
Can confirm.
I just talk like that. I don't know if you're gonna know or not.
It's the neurological damage from the weeds.
Be smart, don't starve.
The whole marijuana.
Oh, but yeah, I do like the idea of searching for the.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep an eye out as we power walk.
All right. Everybody go ahead and give me your... What were we using for that? Nature or...
Perception, I think. No, wait, maybe it was nature. I don't remember.
Let's go with
Okay.
nature.
Alrighty.
And...
We're off to a great start.
I don't think you
Not
could hear
good.
Jacob, but through the wall, I just heard a woohoo!
Oh.
Hey, check me out.
This is my disappointment is immeasurable.
What? I tied with Logan? My god.
How much has done so badly?
All right. Along the first little bit, you are unable to find any herbs in the first hour of travel. Likely with being so close to the town, this area has probably already been picked over pretty well.
Makes sense.
And let me check this. As you are walking down the trail, everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Woo.
Whoops, the daisy.
Hey!
Hell,
Damn.
6. Alright.
I can see through time, dudes. Don't worry.
All right. Wit and Jacob.
Woo.
No. Yes. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
The
that's
two of you, rather than sending message privately, since there's two of you, the two of you, from a distance, it's hard to tell the direction, but at some distance you hear the howling of some of the mist creatures. Do you do anything different when you hear that?
Dudes, does anyone else hear that?
Yeah, the horrible howling of the mist creatures.
Yeah, it's like ahead of us, vaguely in that direction. And I point to like a 180-degree arc, vaguely in front of us.
I didn't hear it, but that's a little concerning.
All clutch Bertha, ever so tightly.
Hold her close, Orsik. We may have need of her in the near future.
All right. Anything else, or just continuing?
Should we turtle up, or should we just like be prepared for a rumble?
I mean, they can see our torches, so we can't really stealth. So yeah, prepare for a rumble.
Yeah. Plan B.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
So with the advance warning, I'm trying to implement things to give a little more like decision making and potential to the situation. So with the advance warning, if you're going to be like prepared as you're moving forward, I'll let you each hold an action.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Nice.
So you have to
That's
pick
slightly
you have to pick your
scary.
action.
Before I do that, who's holding a torch? Because I'll volunteer to hold one if no one else would like to.
I assume that I'm holding the one with the light spell on it.
Okay. In that case, I'll hold the other one. And nothing else, because my held action is I'd like to turn into a bear as soon as I see one of those. Actually, is that mist creature classified as a beast?
I'm gonna go with no.
Dang it.
It's very dark.
It's gonna be honestly, I never picked a class for it, but it would be like an abomination or an aberration or something
Drats.
rather than a beast.
Oh, I can hope. Alright. Then in that case, I would like to hold my action to transform into a bear.
Okay. What's everybody else holding?
Weapon
Torch.
attack.
Yeah, weapon attack.
You need to take Bertha if they get close.
Okay.
I will hold a ray of frost, I guess. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to give some way, like,
I like.
okay, so you're walking down the trail, and all right, for there to be some difference between the two situations of you don't hear anything and they're suddenly there, or you hear them, so you have some idea they're in the area, and like you have time to prepare. So I think the held action gives a little bit of a way to differentiate that, so you can make yourselves marginally more, more better equipped to act.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's smart.
So, all right, and otherwise you're continuing down the trail, right?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you move further down the trail, after a few minutes, the roaring sound gets louder, and you see a pack of the creatures burst from the mist ahead of you.
Oh, boy.
Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Let me get tokens set, and then we will take care of your held action.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
That's how we do
Wow,
it,
doing
boys.
me proud.
But that was Logan. Okay. Come on, buddy. What you gonna do?
Hello, neighbor!
come on.
I've paused
Sorry.
everything. I'm not prepping anything till you roll your initiative because I really want to see it.
What?
Oh!
My God! I'd like to thank the Academy, everyone who ever believed in me. God, it's like when Bob Beeman jumped 8.90 meters. My God. I did it. It's finally happened.
That's it. Pack it up. Campaign's over.
I'm
Yeah,
out.
guys,
He rolled higher than a 10.
he rolled higher than me.
Take that.
That's fantastic.
Everyone who ever thought it was possible. I'm shaking. Is this what this feels like?
This is what the rest of the world feels like all the time.
I can feel the power coursing through me.
And all I had to do was tank Jacob. I like space jammed all of his talent away and gave him a nat 1.
All right. So they burst out into view. So I'm going to scatter them around here. All right, and then for this is still challenging for people that don't have ranged weapons for held action.
No, I feel you.
Well, if you're already holding the action though, and they get close to you, depending on their initiative order, you may still get a free attack.
Okay.
So let me get their initiative set. Well, like all of. All right. So, in this case, so Felix, your held action was at range, so you can go ahead and take it.
I can't currently see anything at the moment.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, then your advanced preparation does you no good, and we reach your turn in combat.
All right. That's my torch.
Look at that.
I'll take a tentative step over here, keeping my friends close. I still see nothing, but I'm very scared, so I will continue to hold my Ray of Frost, effectively putting me all the way back in the tournament with her. What cruel irony. You know what? Nah, I lied. I'm keeping my turn order. I'm gonna keep inching forward until I see something to hit.
Oh my god.
Hey! This can't go wrong. Oh, there's my torch. Alright, I'm gonna attack this one with a Ray of Frost. Hold on, I'm working on it.
We believe you are.
There we go. Hey, that's more like it.
All right, which one was it?
This one right here.
All right, so you inch forward in the darkness, holding your torch far out ahead of you to try and light the way, squinting as you go, until eventually you manage to make out one of the creatures hurtling towards you, and you fire a ray of frost at it, and it shoots past its shoulder.
Oh, yep, I expected that. And, 20. I will now retreat back towards my compatriots. Job thus done. And, yeah, that's it.
All right, Wit.
All right. Now I am one of the few people here who has a ranged weapon.
There you go.
All right, so I'm going to try and use my held action to shoot this Mambo Jamba right here.
Yeah, and I guess I forgot that you had a ranged weapon, or I would have had you take yours before we started moving through the regular order. So go ahead and take it, and then we'll just go to your regular turn after that.
Okie dokie.
And Fal Dune, I guess you would already be a bear at this point,
Woo!
if that was the one you were holding.
Huh, rawr.
So I'll get your token in a minute when we get to you. All right, so you're going for the same one he was going for, that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. You fire an arrow at the creature, but it manages to dodge the arrow at the same time as it's ducking away from the ray of frost from Felix.
Hey, you jerk. I see you.
So that was your held action. Now we're in your normal turn.
Well, my normal turn is also going to be trying to shoot it with an arrow.
I'm surprised.
I know, shocking, right? I did worse.
Unfortunately, both shots are misses.
All right, well, come at me, Death.
All right. Why is it not highlighted? Oh, it's highlighted the other. Weird. When I hover over one, it highlights the bottom one, but something about the dynamic lighting is removing the highlighting on the top one. Oh well. So, having had a ray of frost fired at it as well as an arrow, the first one moves forward to here and begins lashing out at Felix.
Okay.
That will be an 18 to hit,
Yeah, that is.
and that will do 8 slashing damage.
Alrighty. Noted.
Second one moves forward on the side here. 1, 6.
Oh, Jesus.
And it attempts to attack. Oh, wait. Fal Dune's a bear right now. Let me get your bear token real quick.
Rar.
Make sure that here. So I dismissed your token to the GM layer, but it's not there. Weird.
Gone forever.
No.
Into the mist.
You've been banished
Oh, no.
to another.
I've lost dark vision again. I'm removed from turn. Yeah, I'm removed from turn order because I did that badly. No.
Oh shit! Yeah, that did remove you.
I guess I'll have to re-roll.
You're still in turn order, but you're not on the. You're not on the GM layer. Wait. It's the dynamic lighting screwing it up. Okay. I'm just gonna bring you back. It's not worth it. Just remember you're a bear right now.
Rar.
Alright, and the other one's going to attack the bear. That'll be an 18 to hit. Which I'm pretty sure is going to hit. And then 7 slashing damage on the bear.
Sorry, what was that? My internet cut out a little bit.
7 slashing damage on the bear.
How do you know it hit though?
Does an 18 hit?
I mean,
Maybe.
look, let's not talk about semantics at a time like this. Okay.
Alright, let's see. So, the other two come scurrying up.
Bless you. Excuse me.
Thank you.
The first one goes for Felix again, and
Yep.
because Felix is flanked, will have advantage, which
Sure.
will be 19 to hit
Yep.
and a 14 to hit, so that's definitely going to go.
It does.
That's a bite attack, that's right. Take 5 piercing damage,
Gonzo.
and the other one, it's just going to rush as well.
Perfect.
Nope, that's going to be an 18 to hit, so I'm pretty sure that's going to go as well. And take 6 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And now we get to Orsik. So
Wow.
none of them reached your range of effect before we made it to your turn, so your held action unfortunately was not able to be used, but you're now in your normal turn.
All right. Well, excuse me. I'm just gonna push by through you. Be the meat shield that I am.
I appreciate it.
Which one of these are uglier? I'm gonna attack the one in front of me. Fang West.
Got it?
And we're doing great today.
Now,
All right. Yep. Unfortunately, that attack will miss. The creature is able to just kind of flow out of the way of the swinging maul.
all right.
Just
And then I'll
out
end my turn.
strictly out of curiosity, why are you using Bertha instead of the hammer?
Sentimental reasons, and it's a 2d6 versus a 1d8.
Oh, that's right. The Great Maul's a two-handed weapon, isn't it?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Carry on then.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Fal Dune. I mean, Rar.
Rar, indeed. I'm gonna look to this guy, to my Fang Rar. And I'm gonna rar him off with a little bit of rar. Oh, where's that macro? Boosh. Hey.
Nice.
That will hit. That's going to be 10 damage. All right. So you latch onto the creature's arm and nearly tear it off as you clamp down on it.
Yeah, perfect. Then we're gonna mock him with the fact that his arm is now injured by attacking him with both of mine. Oh.
All right. Is unfortunately not going to connect.
Ow. Alright, I shall, does your dog ever whine a little bit, like...
Oh, just constantly.
Imagine a bear doing that. And, I'll end my turn there, sad and dejected, because no one's giving me treats today.
All right. Felix, we're back to you at, what's this, at the top of the turn order?
Oh, yes, perfect. And this is exactly where I prefer to be. I really don't want to be here anymore.
Is that like an existential thing?
No, it's like this physical space right here is really bumming me out that there's 4 different creatures that are all beating me like a piñata. Who got this? Did I end up learning that spell from the Folio of Blood from
Yes.
earlier?
The one that I mentioned you were able to learn.
So, okay. Then I guess I'll use that spell, because I might as well. I'm just gonna make sure that I actually can, and that it's not like against the rules. A melee spell attack. Alright, sounds good. As like a sort of a focus for this, I bust out my dagger, and I like mumble some stuff under my breath, and I strike the dagger out at this one here, and I cast Inflict Wounds on it. Now, I don't have that actually written down, because I just now learned it, but we can just roll the dice. Do you still add your proficiency bonus to a spell attack roll?
I think so?
Anybody know?
Question mark?
I was hoping you knew.
Oh wait, hold on. I have at least one spell that I can cast. Wait, why don't you cast a spell and see what let's dissect it.
Are you serious?
Well, you cast Ray of Frost and it did 12 against DC. So you rolled, what is it, a 7, and you...
I think it's a yes. I googled
yes.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Alright, so
All
I
right.
rolled a 16 to hit this one.
That will hit.
Hey! Alright, now that is 3d10 necrotic damage. 3d10. Wow, I'll keep it.
All right, and that's the one to your Fang West or your Fang South?
Fang West.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Fang South. That's smarter. Fang South.
All right. I'm going to buy a compass and replace all of the dial or all of the markings with Fang markings now.
Yes.
So you reach out with your dagger, and casting the spell, you manage to just tap the creature with it. There's a brief like flash of darkness, and the creature kind of staggers and almost falls. It's moving very slowly now and appears to be barely alive.
Well, alright, well, that's not great. But I've run out of useful things to do, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Also roll a d20.
Oh, thank you. Alright,
Alrighty.
no luck this time. I'm with you, Magnus.
Okay, Wit.
Okay. I am going to mosey over here and actually attempt to stab this jerk to my fang right.
Woo! Oh.
Ooh.
That'll do it. Well, that'll hit him. Sorry.
Oh, hey, as long as it'll hit it.
Your additional 0 damage needs a little bit of work, though.
Yeah.
So you did actually make the regular roll on the damage, so that's fine. So we'll just add 8 to it, which will be a 16 for the total.
Nice.
So
Done.
you swing around the side, manage to flank the first of the creatures, and slam your rapier through it.
Yes. Finally hit something solid.
Anything else?
I could use my cutting action to run away, but I'll just stay here. It's fine.
I wouldn't blame you if you did.
So you just gotta touch him real quick and go.
Sneak attack.
Oh!
You were being pretty subtle about that. I mean, it's understandable.
Man, you need to get that cough checked out.
I know. I think I got the Rona.
A big Rona.
All right. How would you like to do it?
Woo! Oh. Wow. I'm so excited.
Would you like to thank the Academy?
I would actually. Mostly my dice for cooperating for once.
I would like to thank my dice for reminding me to roll them.
No, I think it's just gonna be like I quickly run up behind him and just catch him off guard. Do the if they have an Achilles tendon, quickly stab that, and when it staggers down, just keep bringing the blade up.
All right. You quickly bisect the creature and it collapses to the ground, dissolving into a puddle of mist.
What?
All right. It is the next creature's turn, and he is going to continue assaulting our Ursine friend. That's the bear. Just in case anyone get that one.
Wow.
Oh wait, you don't have advantage on that one. Never mind. Yep, that's a 12 to hit, so I don't think that'll go
It
anywhere.
hits.
Oh well.
Yep, good old animals.
He's a big squishy teddy bear. That will be 6 piercing damage.
Uh-huh. Got it.
And with that, we go to the other two. One of them turns and launches itself at Wit, razor-tipped teeth snapping at her. That is a 19 to hit
Yeah, I have.
with 8 piercing damage.
Mean.
And the other one is going to continue going after Felix.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be an 18 to hit.
That is me again.
Well, with 6 piercing damage.
Ooh. I'm looking about as bad as the one I just messed up.
Alright.
But I am alive.
Orsik.
All right, I want to do some big brain.
Oh god.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
gonna kind of sneak up around
I'm
here,
scared.
and I'm gonna attack this one with Bertha. Alright.
Unfortunately, the creature is able to dodge the attack. Maybe it's something about having 8 hands makes him really agile.
I'm gonna use that. Oh wait, nope, that's the wrong one. I think. Yeah, sorry, not that. I'm not using that.
Orsik feeling marginally peckish after having taken no damage.
And I'm gonna try to smash the bug yet again.
All right, that will hit. You managed to slam your maul down on the creature's abdomen, partially collapsing it for 7 bludgeoning damage. Very nice. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay, Fal Dune.
All right. Well, I don't want to leave Felix all alone, so I'll just keep working on this guy. Science. I'm gonna hit him with some bear claws. Bam, bam.
I just see you smacking him with donuts in my head, and I just will never get that image out of my head now. That does hit, and that is the one to your Fang South or your Fang Southwest.
Thanks out.
Got it. Use that one, 10. All right. You managed to slash across his chest and torso with your claws in 2 quick blows. He staggers back briefly and is looking very rough as he lurches forwards towards you again.
Perfect. I now take the bear chomp. Nom, 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 nom. That's gotta hit.
It does. How would you like to do it?
Oh, sweet. I hadn't really thought of a mouth-based way to kill this guy. I guess I'll just open my mouth really wide and inhale, since obviously he's made of fog. And inhale him into my lungs. Like the Ghostbusters would do with ghosts.
I mean, they look like fog and they come out of the fog, but they're solid-ish.
I choose to ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I reject your reality and substitute
you're
my own.
You're a bear. I'm certainly not going to argue with you. Magnus, I'm playing a game.
Play my game.
It's not your turn. All right, so you managed to kill that one,
Yeah.
and he is gone.
I would then like to position myself around this one so as to be on the other side of it. Helping out my boy Felix.
All right,
Rawr, rawr, rawr. And that's all I got.
Felix.
Alrighty. Well, things are looking up for Felix. Yep, I don't see the point in, you know what? I think Orsik should be able to handle this one. I will attack this one to my Fang South, just with the dagger I have in my hand, with no magic whatsoever.
Okay.
And just kind of pray that it goes well. Hey.
How would you like to do it?
Oh wait,
Cool.
this one is still alive. Yep. Since we're both, I unplugged my headphones again. Please hold.
Okay, cool. We can wait, don't worry.
Dude's got nothing but audio issues today.
He's really winding it up, apparently. He's just going.
You ever seen Pokemon the movie, the first one, where both of the Pikachus are basically dead, so they're just having their slap fight?
No.
Well, that's basically what it looks like.
Well, just imagine
It's
something
like
you haven't seen yet.
It's just a slap fight where with 2 of the weakest beings on the planet, who are both on the brink of fatigue, just kind of trying to wear out the last shreds of life in the other one. And that's basically what I do with my dagger. It's not really a stab so much as I just sort of like slowly push it forward.
All right. You managed to very slowly push your dagger through one of the creature's eyes, and its struggling ceases as it melts into mist.
Perfect. And that's all I got.
Okay, wit.
All right. Just gonna slide over here and start the stabbing process.
How would... Oh, nope, sorry. Miscounted. My fault. That does hit,
no.
but it's still alive. Sorry.
It's fine. I have sneak attack damage.
Oh, snap, son!
Ooh, damn, didn't forget the stuff.
I remembered!
How would you like to do it?
Woo! Just one good annoyed stab. Ah,
Pesky mist creatures.
I'm so sick of these things.
All right. You have slain the last of the creatures.
Well, I'm proud of us.
You.
Also, Logan, why is your dagger bubblegum scented?
Well, I don't really know.
It's actually bubble gun scented.
Oh, bubble
Yeah,
gun!
Don't worry, I fixed it. I just saw that mistake.
Oh no,
Uh,
it's official now. It's canon.
Alrighty. Well, there you go.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, just I don't know. One day it just started doing that.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen like ants pour out of this guy's eyes. I'm not gonna question anymore.
Right? His dagger smells like bubblegum. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
just accept it.
Weird,
sounds
like
good
the
to me.
weird thing about him.
He's just a quirky dude.
All right, everybody, 300 experience for that one.
Woo!
Hello, Pippin.
What
Yes, I see
is
you.
everyone at for XP?
I'm at approximately
Oh,
8,125.
that's not true.
That someone carried 0 wrong.
Shh, quiet. He won't notice.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at my watch. Yep, no, that's not the time. That's the experience.
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
way he
you're right.
keeps track.
Oh. No way.
No notes at all.
Yeah, 81. Whatever he just said. That's what
I've
I'm
got
at as well.
5125.
All right, good.
In
That's where I'm
reality,
at. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, eventually, if the party gets split, I suppose the experience levels may start to differ. But for now, everyone's still together, so everyone's.
never split up, guys.
Oh, it's a great idea. It never goes wrong.
Nope. We never lose anyone. No one gets kidnapped. It's fine.
It's like all those online forums. DMs really hate when the party splits up because they just do so well.
Yeah.
Right? They just kill all our monsters so fast.
Unless it's Wanty.
Yeah. Unless it's the bad snake
You know,
man.
hypothetically. So, you ever hear the joke where 2 barbarians and a cleric walk into the jungle? Only 1 barbarian walked out.
Oh.
All right. So that was the first hour of your 4-hour trip.
Woo!
Are you
Hungry.
staying as a bear?
I would like to stay as a bear for as long as possible, which I believe is 1 hour. Allow me to double check that. Class bear. Stay for a number of hours equal to my druid level rounded down, which is 4. So I could stay as a bear for 2 hours.
So I just need to know what school district you and Logan went to.
Why?
You said. So what I heard was equal to my druid level.
Sorry.
Rounded.
I meant half my druid level rounded down.
Oh, okay. You left out the half.
I don't think I'm pretty sure you just misheard it. See, the problem was I said the word half in green, and you're like, oh fuck, is that green or amber?
Oh,
Am I
that's
supposed to hear this
probably
or not?
it. Yeah, I ignored it because it was a green word. You're
That's
right.
gotta be
yeah.
it.
Makes sense to
But
me.
half my druid level rounded down in hours, which
Okay,
I
2 hours.
believe, correct me on this math, is 2.
I believe you're correct as well. All right. So continuing on with the journey, everybody go ahead and give me your nature checks if you're still looking for herbs.
Rawr.
And I will slowly lower the DC for finding them as we get further out from town. Let's see. That and
Slightly better than last time.
is Wit gonna look as well?
Yeah, I refreshed my page. Sorry, things were going weird.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just normal with us. Things get weird. It's what we do.
Things are just weird, man.
All right. Logan, you find a small patch of yarrow near the trail.
Perfect.
Okay.
I noticed it because I accidentally bled on it as I walked by.
Yeah. Was there anything you wanted to do about that, or are you just good walking along?
I'll just keep trucking until something else bad happens.
Man, 2020 in a nutshell. All right. That was the next hour. Go ahead and give me another set of nature checks.
I'm right there. All right. Not often you roll a 20 and a 1.
All right. Duality of
That's pretty cool.
there.
Wit, you find a small patch of valerian. And final hour, one more set.
Wow.
All right, well. You find a large enough patch of golden seal that each of you are able to gather a small bundle.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, so, and then let's everybody give me perception. At this point, you have walked down the main road. You took the little side road. You followed all the various directions that Jonderlug gave you, because we totally gave you very specific directions that everyone in the party remembers.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, you know you should be in the right area. And Wit and Jacob, you start to notice little teeny tiny mushroom gardens scattered around at the base of some of the trees. Just little organized patches of mushrooms, like something's cultivating them.
Dude, did Jonderlug say that the Pixies would be, like, nearby the mushroom gardens?
You sure did.
Aye.
Oh, by the way, I unturned into a bear. In case you were curious about how I'm talking to you.
Just poofed back to yourself midway through.
I know you prefer me as a bear, but, like, I feel like I gotta keep up appearances, you know?
You know, we wouldn't find you too unbearable.
I love it. All right, so yeah, you are in the area. What's next?
Are there any woodland creatures roaming around?
Well, I don't.
Like squirrels, birds, small mammals?
Now he's turning into a robot.
Isn't it
Could be
specifically-
Are there any multicellular organisms
Could you
in the
repeat,
vicinity?
Like the first bit of that, and
Just
then the middle bit,
everything?
and also the last part.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, the mushrooms are multicellular.
Hello, fellow human. Yeah, I don't know why your internet's crap, but Logan's is fine. Who's closer to the
Fine.
router?
Logan is.
I guess me.
How the fuck do you guess? You're in the room closer to the router.
You're fine now, though. Look,
Oh, that's good. Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, let me rephrase. Your internet connection seems to be sufficient for basic
There we
communications.
go.
That's what I strive for.
So anyway,
That's all we can ask for.
as I was saying, are there any like small mammals or birds around that I could perchance talk to with a magic spell?
Give an investigation. See what you can find.
All right. Skills. I almost hit intimidation. Where the fuck are you, birds?
Get out of here, you damn animals!
Join me.
Right.
Flock to my voice.
So, you do, in looking around for any small creatures, you do manage to find a squirrel in the top of a nearby tree.
Perfect. Then I would like to cast Speak with Animals to speak with said squirrel.
All right, give me just a
Scroll
second.
down to it. And it is prepared.
Short. Gotcha.
Boosh.
Short version. The squirrel just tells you that. I assume you just ask it like
Where?
if there's pixies.
Where are
with-
the pixies?
Okay. Short version, the squirrel tells you in squirrely language, which you can fancy up or add flavor to however you like there, that there's a tree over that way, and he gives you a general direction. There's a very, very large tree that they live in.
Oh, sweet.
All right, I'll dump this back.
I would like to take out one of my good berries and give it to the squirrel. And be like,
Okay.
oh, thanks, dude. This is
I will-
food.
Cool. You can describe that too as what the other players would see when we jump
Alright,
back in.
sweet.
Cool.
Alright, and then I zip up my pants, and I reach into the small leather bag containing the
No!
good berries. And
No!
I deliver... I give the squirrel one of the good berries as I make like a chattering sound. I think I may have killed Adam.
Sorry, that was Magnus making noise. I'm good.
Oh, okay. I'm disappointed for a second there. I thought I said something funny. I'm glad that was, yeah, proven false.
Yeah,
so I give
almost.
the squirrel a good berry in exchange for a moment's conversation with it.
The squirrel happily accepts the good berry and runs back up to the top of its tree, where it disappears into a knothole.
Alright, so the squirrel says, up on that tree yonder, and I point in a very specific westward-ish direction. There's like a really big tree where like the pixies live. So it's, you know, right over there.
That actually worked. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She sounds so surprised, like she doubts your abilities.
Well, I mean, the squirrel ran off, so it's like, did he just get the money and run? Yeah, man, just
Peace.
give me that good berry. I'll tell you right where they're at. Later,
Rubber
loser.
squirrel, I love it.
Deuces.
Can't catch me.
Fucking got your spell slot, bitch.
All right, so yeah. I assume you head that direction.
I'll head that direction.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
I don't want to take too much player agency, you know.
Choo choo, all aboard the train.
As long as we don't go to the land of the skunk people.
Never.
We're all getting off the train and
We
everything.
will
Yeah.
immediately go back.
Bye. I'm going back to town.
Hang on, guys.
Fuck this.
I'm calling a fantasy Uber. Let's
I'm
go.
gonna talk about playing Settlers of Catan and then never doing that.
So, you head a little bit further to the west, and before long, looming out of the fog, you see a tree that's at least 3 to 4 times the size of any of the other trees you've seen around you.
Just-
The
Yeah, the squirrel said it was
Go
the
ahead.
big tree, so I'm gonna guess that one's it.
I'd say that's a safe assumption.
It sure looks big.
So, looking at the tree, you don't see any super obvious, anything super obvious that would make it look like a home, but you can tell that there are large scratches and gouges all over the bark of the tree, as if something has been tearing at it with large, thick claws.
That's rude.
So small question: do any of you speak Pixie language?
I don't believe I do.
Okay.
Maybe we're lucky and they learn common.
Or perhaps I could translate for all of you as I know Sylvan, which Pixies traditionally speak. Like, I'm not sure about these ones. Perhaps, like, isolation in this fog has, like, done something to them, but... Like, I could do the talking if you like. And, but I'll be honest, I can understand why that may not be the best look.
Well, you're kind of the only one who speaks it, so...
Yeah.
Alright. I guess I could ask if they know common. Or if they do when they're hearing us. I imagine this would sound really rude right now, so, you know, fingers crossed.
Sure.
Then I guess in Sylvan, I will say something along the lines of, "Hail Pixies, we come in peace, looking to rid the land of fog. Please meet with us so we may discuss how to move forward." And like all the mumbling and stumbling, that is also said in Sylvan.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Oh boy. Don't worry, guys. This will be easy.
I'm so excited.
Well, that's a small number. I could only see it was a single-digit number because it took a while to load.
So, let's
Pixies
see.
meet fog bad now. Pixies adventures together strong.
Squirrel berries. Let me check my notes real quick. So, after your halting and somewhat awkward cry out to the Pixies, you do notice that maybe 8 or 10 feet up the tree, a small knothole swings open like a shutter on a window, and you can see the tiny face of a Pixie looking out at you. And in Sylvan, so this would be something that only Jacob could understand, so he'll have to translate for all of you. But I thought about moving he and I to a separate room and just playing a track of like the Chipmunks on like 2x speed while he and I talked to replicate the experience, but I figured we'll just stay here.
Just speaking Pig Latin. No one knows Pig Latin.
Right? So the Pixie replies to you, Who are you and where have you come from? In Sylvan, obviously.
Iwe umke umfrey. Get on. We come from like a faraway land of the village of. I definitely know this. Hold on. I'm gonna guess Sreng is the village.
Seripen?
Seripen. Where the fuck did I get Sreng from? Jesus, it's been a while.
That's from
Fire Emblem
Harmony.
Three Houses.
Thank
There
you.
go.
You're welcome.
My name is Ferdinand von Eyre.
Yes, we are all Ferdinand von Eyre on this blessed day.
We come from the village of Seripen, looking to rid the world of mist. I'm sorry about the poor introduction. It's, I'm very nervous, very awestruck. I just want to say it's an honor to meet, a tribe of pixies in person. I'm a little overwhelmed. Hold on, I'm sorry. But, there's a man there, Jonderlug, who very wise in the magical sciences, who believes he may have a solution to rid the land of this fog, but it'll only work with the aid of Pixie magic. So we've come to beg your favor in this matter, so that you may aid us and we may aid you in return by clearing the fog.
So the Pixie watches and listens as you explain all of this, and then turns, and you can kind of hear a faint chatter of Sylvan discussion from other Pixies behind her, and she pokes her head back out of the knothole in the tree. What favor is it you need from us?
In Sylvan. And then I turn back to my friends. like wide-eyed with dismay. And then I turn back to the Pixies and say, I understand how this will sound, but please, I just want to impress upon you that we mean no ill will towards Fae kind. Especially not me, like, the Fae are, like, super cool, so I'd hate to inflict any harm upon you in any way. Like, I need you to trust me on this. But the man Jonderlug, his spell requires Pixie blood as a catalyst for his procedure that he has going on. So we've come to beseech you for perhaps some kind of an exchange of services. Perhaps if we could extract, obviously, a tiny amount of blood from each citizen here, voluntarily, we'd be honored to do a service for you in return.
So as you continue to speak and you get especially as you reach the blood part and then move past there, her face grows extremely shocked, and you hear more louder, angrier sounding chatter from others behind her in the knothole.
I was afraid of that.
And she shouts back down at you, "How do we know we can trust you?"
Is there any task which you would have us do to gain our favor? Or, pardon me. Is there any task that we may perform to earn your trust? Like, I understand this is a really big ask that we're asking you for. So, we're willing to prove our honor to you by perhaps if there's something you need dealt with. For example, I can't help but notice that the tree in which you're dwelling has been scratched and marred. Perhaps we could find the beast what did that and bring them to... bring repercussions upon them.
Even if we do that, how do we know that you can get rid of the fog? Seripen is a long way from here.
If truth be told, we're largely taking it on faith that this man Jonderlug is able to clear the fog. But his knowledge in magic is only matched by that of the glory of Pixie magic. The components that we have gathered for him have been vetted by numerous magical specialists, and the consensus of the land is that the fog does in fact have a source, and we will be able to destroy it with certain ingredients that need not be mentioned again by name.
So all of the talk of magical specialists and everything, I'm pretty sure you're making that up. I didn't give you anything like that. Not that I recall.
We do have Felix. And we have Orsik, the most specialized magical being in the planet. Perhaps in the multiverse.
They're definitely special.
His stench we believe to be magical in nature.
They're specialists in the same way that one of our Australian shepherds is a therapy dog, because we believe he should be in therapy.
Nice.
The Pixie pulls her head back into the knothole, and you can hear more discussion and a lot of very pitched discussion going on inside the knothole. Obviously, no one else has understood any of this besides Fal Dune at this point, so it's all just been nonsense.
Well, the Pixies are deliberating, so I guess I'll recount the message to my companions. Like, tell them the overall thing and how they're not super stoked at the idea. It's like in the Three Stooges when they see, like, the three villains, like, huddle up in disgust. The Stooges are like, yeah, let's do that.
So, about the time you finish with that description, the Pixie you've been talking with looks back out of the knothole. Well, I can't promise we'll give you what you need, but we do need to take care of this creature that's been attempting to attack us, and that would help to persuade some of our number towards agreeing with you, especially if we can do this in such a way as to not harm our people.
Yeah, keeping all of you Pixies safe. Like, believe me, that is at the moment my #1 concern.
Very well. A foul creature, some feline abomination, has been attempting to break into our tree the last several nights. We need you to track it down and kill it.
Yeah, believe me, it would give me no greater pleasure, and we will undertake this task happily and with the full might bestowed upon us. Pray tell, if it's not too horrifying to describe, do you have information on what the creature looks like or where its den is?
Give me just a sec. Let's see.
Perfect, because I have to type down some notes.
Yeah, you're fine. I just gotta check and make sure the origins of this one. Yeah, so the Pixies would definitely know what this was, since it is also a creature of the Fae. So the Pixie replies to your request. We believe the creature to be a displacer.
Ah, yes, displacers. The scourge of Pixies everywhere. Pray tell, does it run off in the same direction after every attack, or does it appear to just be wandering the forest aimlessly?
We've not been able to go out and attempt to follow it, but it appears to have gone that way every time it leaves, and she points vaguely to the south.
Perfect. Truly, this information is invaluable, O Pixies. We shall make all available haste in apprehending and/or just ending the vile reign of terror of this creature.
We appreciate your assistance, and I look forward to speaking with you again when you return. Hopefully we can be of service to each other.
Yeah. I hope very much so. I'll see you when our task is complete. And I give a bow and back away slightly.
She gives a satisfied nod as if that's just exactly what she expects, and then closes the knothole.
Alright, I'll turn back to my companions and tell them, okay, so a displacer beast has really messed up the tree that they're living in, you see all the claw marks and stuff. That was a displacer beast. I don't know what that is. Felix, what's a displacer beast?
Would I know what a displacer beast is?
That's what I was just trying to figure out. So who's got a background that might have any sort of knowledge about Fae and Fae creatures, or magical creatures in general? Honestly, I think Jacob, you're probably the most likely.
I think so. I'm willing to say.
That's who my vote was
I'm
for.
willing to say yes. And
Okay, go ahead.
And-
And give me it wouldn't really be nature. I'm gonna go with history or arcana. Your choice.
I'll go with history. Another single-digit number. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh boy. Not ideal.
As I said, I have no idea what's a displacer beast. Felix.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. You have no idea.
Felix, what's a displacer beast?
I guess I could try.
Well, whatever it is, it said that every time it attacked the tree, it ran off in that direction, and I point to the south. So I guess we could just look for anything big and mean over that way.
Sure.
I should be a somewhat skilled tracker. I think I'll do okay with my nature checks. I'll keep an eye out for anything that looks strange.
Sounds good to me. I mean, if it could do that much damage to a tree, it's probably very large and very scary. So I think we'll probably know it when we see it.
Agreed.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
I think that's a good spot to stop for the night.
I agree.
Awesome.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So, we can pick up next week with you guys taking off on the trail of the displacer beasts.
All right. Works
Awesome.
for me. I don't like that
Excellent.
Sounds good to me.
that displacer beasts is in the plural in this case, but I'm also looking forward to it.
Excellent. Oh. I really meant to write like more content for the Pixies, but I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens.
So
Okay.
Hey, I mean,
There you go.
we got a story where we're heading. You know, I don't know. I like it.
it was
But-
something I kind of struggled with too when I tried to write like stories for a while because I really love to read, so it seemed natural. Like I should be able to write stories, but I can't do dialogue. I just cannot make a conversation between two people that I created sound natural to save my life.
Yeah, it happens. Like I thought that
Yeah,
was
it's
fine.
okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, it's
That's
all
like me, like
Right
arguing in
comment.
my head. I'll sound great, and then when I actually have to present myself, I'll just be like,
the
42.
Well, good.
I know how that feels.
Made it this far at least and survived, barely, kind of.
hey,
We mostly survived.
we're standing.
Yeah.
Most of our blood is within our bodies.
Speak for yourself.
We might argue that fact with Felix.
We have
Yeah.
like the most terrifying sight. Felix is there just like dripping blood.
Pretty much.
That was so bad. I wanted to tackle one of them, but then I was like, it's a mist creature. I think I'm just gonna go right through it and waste the
Yeah,
turn.
no. I feel you. I'm just glad they didn't roll slightly better.
We'll have to train you in paladin so you can wear some chunky.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, there
That
you
would
go.
be sick.
Multi-class. All right. Well, yep. Jacob, if you could post your notes at some point, no rush, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick up with our next session, hopefully next week.
All right, sounds good to me.
Sounds great.
Like it.
All right.
Have a good week, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody say yes.
That would be him.
Is that the ancient psychic tandem war elephant from Adventure Time?
I don't know.
Look it up. It's a thing.
I'm gonna say yes. No, it's not tandem war elephant.
There's clearly only one elephant, so
Oh,
how could
that's
it be a
right.
tandem
Okay.
war elephant?
Man, rookie
cool, though.
mistake. All right, next character.
Right?
There you go.
2 locks the dawn.
I'll never
It's
see it
actually
coming.
2 different characters. Me and Logan will be 2 ends of the same character.
Oh,
Let's
no.
go this way. No, let's go this way. All right,
One of you plays the feet, one of you plays the
roll
arms.
persuasion. Which way are we going? We're gonna have to convince the legs
No,
to move one particular way.
I prefer to think of it's more like a cat dog situation, but just like an elephant situation. Just joined at the back, but 2 completely independent entities.
Funny that you should say that.
Oh god. I'm scared.
That's exactly what the ancient psychic tandem war elephant is. And it flies.
I
Oh.
have to look this thing up now, because I
Yeah.
have no idea where this is coming from. Well, if you type in ancient psychic, tandem war elephant is the first
Woo!
autofill in
I
Firefox.
would hope so. What else is ancient psychic?
Oh, it's Adventure Time.
That's,
Okay, yeah.
did I not say that?
I think you did, but it didn't register until I saw it here.
Looks like an elephant.
Huh.
Crazy. I don't know if my life has been enriched by this or not.
Yeah.
This one does not spark
mean, I don't-
joy.
It is.
I was expecting.
Now I'm watching a video about it. This is getting bad.
There's
I
a
gotta
video
go.
about it?
Alrighty.
Man, you're welcome. I've blessed you with Adventure
The
Time.
rabbit hole.
Alright, see you guys next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care,
Yeah.
everybody. Have a good night.
Yep,
Bye.
bye.
You as well.
Bye.
Be well.